Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Today, USA Boxing. We are back. We back up in here, man. You know what I mean? You got to make sure we on point. Hold on. Make sure that's on point. We got that. What else we have? What else we need? Make sure. I have it on 7. I had this on 720. I probably need to put it on already live. Oh, okay, I'm already live at all. Okay, cool. It is what it is. And let's give everybody that's here right now a round of applause. I have Blood Boxing, man. My main man, Blood Boxing, will be on the show today. He will be on the show today. I wasn't sure, but but he'll be on the show today. So, me and Blood, I'm gonna let the big homie go ahead and we're gonna talk about some things as it relates to what's going on in the sport of boxing today, and just show you guys that this is nothing new under the sun. Gonna attack it from a different perspective. What I like, kind of like what I like we do over here, man. We kind of like, we kind of like against the grain type, family over here. We do things a little bit differently. So, and probably, and I think it's best to do that because, again, I don't have any relationships with the in crowd. I'm not a part of the in crowd, so I'm the YTBC. You got everybody's pretty much most of the guys, like the popular guys, they pretty much a part of the in crowd with certain networks and promotional companies and stuff like that. Me, I'm not a part of that crowd. You get what I'm saying? So I always, that's why I'm able to talk the way I talk and stuff like that because. I'm not beholden to nothing or anybody. There's nothing that I want. I don't want your access, favors, nothing. I'm good. You know what I mean? I'm really, really good where I'm at. I got more, you know what I mean? So anything I want, I need, I can get it. I can make it happen, But yeah, man, let's get into the show. Now, a lot of you guys already know what went on, right? A lot of you guys have already heard. People have been asking me, man, Coach, what you think about what's going on? What you think about what's going on? So I'm going to tell you who's going to be here today. I'm going to tell you who's going to be here today watching this show. You're going to have some people who are happy that, Showtime, not renewing, Top Rank. I mean, not Top Rank, but PBC's contract. They was putting on shit, pay-per-views. And, a lot of you guys may be writing your assessment. I'm going to break this shit down today. And then you have some guys who may feel like, oh, man, they feel like, PBC is the almighty God and all that stuff there. And they worship Al Heyman. That's why we play that clip every day. Because I be making market those dudes. And, yeah, man, these dudes feel like, yeah, man, because remember, these guys was pro networks. Not boxing. They was pro networks. Yeah, man, so, you, and Showtime, did this, and Showtime that, and, Showtime and PBC, one company, and all that stuff. No, they're not. And you can see that, you know what I mean? The white folks are cutting the financial umbilical cord. They're like, okay, we're done. Right? We're done. If you want to put some pay-per-views over here, you put the money up yourself. You put the own whatever guarantee that you're offering a fighter. Let's say you're doing a pay-per-view, but you say, hey, I'm gonna give you a guarantee of $5 million. I'm gonna give him a guarantee of $10 million. Guess what? We're not putting those guarantees up. You're gonna have to do it yourself. You know what I mean? So that's gonna come out of your pocket, and it is what it is. But we'll let you use the platform to do whatever. So now, but this is nothing new. This is nothing new, right? Let's get into the show. The truth behind Showtime dropping the PBC. What does this mean for Canelo, Spence, Crawford, and Tank? What does this mean for those guys, right? I realize I misspelled does. I misspelled does in this. Okay, cool, ain't no problem. Ever since the news broke about Showtime not renewing the contract with the PBC, and I think Rick Glazer was the first one I heard. Well, no, Rick Glazer wasn't the first one I heard. I heard several people saying it before, like Drew on Twitter and stuff like that. But Rick Glazer was one of the guys who really broke it last month. But of course, a lot of people don't like Rick Glazer, and a lot of those guys are pro PBC. So anything that's pro PBC, pro Showtime, if someone says anything that that doesn't fit, the people who are fans of networks and promotional companies, then if it's a guy that they don't like, they'll reject the information. Never mind that there's a whole lot of articles and stuff like that on Yahoo Finance and Bloomberg and stuff about what Paramount Global was going to do, right? They've been saying it It's been out there. But a lot of those guys, they don't read Yahoo Finance. They don't read Bloomberg, so they don't know. They just wait on their favorite compromise, maybe YouTube channel to give them the information, or somebody on Twitter, or they'll just, hang out in circles that confirm what they already want to believe. You get what I'm saying? I.e. confirmation bias. Now, ever since the news broke out that Showtime is not renewing the contract with the PBC, a lot of speculation has been made as to why. A lot of people asking me, okay, if that's how we gonna see these fights? If Spence and Crawford fight each other, what network they gonna fight on? If when Canelo have another pay-per-view fight next year, what network is he going to fight on? Are they still going to fight on Showtime? Are they going to fight on Nick Sack Promotions? I would love for them to come over here at Nick Sack Promotions. You get what I'm saying? We make it do what it do. Nick Sack Promotions. I would love for Canelo, Spence, Crawford, those guys to come on over here at Nick Sack Promotions and let me go ahead and promote their fight. True. We can be the network over here, man. We can be the network over here. Y'all come over here, True Media Today, USA Boxing. We can stream the fight right here. Let everybody see it. You get what I'm saying? Now, we've been hearing for years, guys, that fighters like Tank Davis, Errol Spence, and a few others were pay-per-view stars. Interesting. The narrative that came from pro PBC media outlets like Fighthype, Fighthub, Dan Raphael, ESNEWS, which is Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack, and other PBC minions have always been that the PBC was the best brand in the land and that they put on the most successful fights. Now, I want to focus on the successful fights part, right? Because this is very, very interesting. Because you only know what they tell you. And when information is put out there, you never see an official statement from the PBC, or you never see an official statement from Showtime. It's always coming from leaked sources. Well, it got leaked over here, and this person said this, and that person said that, and then people like a Dan Raphael, and Dan Raphael is like, you might well say he's a part of the Al Heyman's family, to be honest with you. So he's like the right-hand media man. Sources say, so I gotta say sources say, according to reports, I gotta say that, but he's kind of like the right-hand propaganda man for Al. You get what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. That's why, when you hear certain things come out there, you go, all right, I don't know about that. You gotta wait and see. Take the wait and see approach. And then sometimes people will report sometimes people want to be first instead of being right. You get what I'm saying? So we'll see. We'll see how everything work out, right? Now, but we've been hearing for years that fighters like Tank Davis, Errol Spence, and a few others were pay-per-view stars. The narrative that came from the pro PBC media outlets like Fighthype, Fighthub, ESNEWS, and other PBC medias have always been that the PBC was the best brand in the land and that they put on the most successful fights. Focus on that word successful. Because this is the thing, right? This is where the rubber hits the road at. If you're paying one fighter $50 million or $40 million, and you're paying another fighter $10 million or $20 million, that's $60 million, right? Then, whatever it costs to put on the event, these people got to recoup their money with a profit. That's pretty much how business work, right? Got to recoup their money with a profit. Now, you could say, okay, well, we sold 700, oh, no, not 700, I'm talking about 700,000 pay-per-view buys. We sold 500,000 pay-per-view buys and this and that, and dudes online be like, yeah, nigga, that was a success. He did 500,000. Well, guess what? The only one who really gonna know that's a success is the company. Because if the company don't make their money back, we don't know, like maybe 700,000, because based on all the money that was put out, you know what I mean? It may be we need to sell at least 600,000 pay-per-views in order for us to break even or make a profit or whatever. So what's being celebrated a lot of times may not be a success like what's being propagated, like what's being propagated out there to the public. You get what I'm saying? Through sources, say reporters who are on the take for favors or whatever, right? It is what it is. Now we know that was a lie. We know that this was a lie, right? Booger Ray Leonard, Stephen Espinosa, and their online minions have been telling these lies for years that, hey, man, we so successful over here, and our pay-per-views are astronomical, and we're doing this, and we're doing that. Now, you know what I mean? We know that's a lie now. I can tell you for surety that a certain fighter, I ain't gonna say no names, out of Texas, one guy from Omaha was trying to get transparency so he can see what's going on. So I can say for sure that a fighter from Omaha, Nebraska, who fought a guy from Dallas, Texas, this past July, he was able to get the transparency that he wanted because he got a monster team over there, and he was able to see what was really sold. How many pay-per-view buys was really bought from this certain fighter in Dallas, Texas. Not the stuff that was put out there, floated out there, because we never heard anything from the PBC and Al Heyman, never heard anything directly from Showtime. It always come from, sources say they're media outlets that they leak information to somehow. It just get there. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. That's anybody. That's anybody. But anyway, now that we know that was a lie, right? Booger Ray Leonard, Stephen Espinosa, and their means online have been telling these lies for years, feeding anyone who would listen this propaganda, which is straight bullshit, right? Only to come to find out that it was a lie. And this is the question that I have. If all of Showtime's pay-per-view fights were so successful, what was being put out there, as the mainstream media and pro-PBC Twitter accounts and YouTube channels were reporting, this is the question that I have. Then tell me why Showtime is not renewing the PBC's contract and they're cutting them off at the end of the year. True. Well, we still see fights on Showtime? I'm hearing that they're only doing pay-per-views. So if you want to get a fight on there, you pay for everything. You can use our platform to do the pay-per-view, but we ain't putting no money up for no more of your fights. Interesting. If these pay-per-views and these fighters were doing these astronomical numbers and doing, we're doing this at the gate and we did this at the gate and our pay-per-views is doing this and doing that. If that was the case, then tell me why Showtime is dropping PBC at the end of the year. This is proof that the so-called pay-per-view stars the public was being fed was a lie. That's why Showtime never released the official pay-per-view numbers of their fights. Because, in my opinion, and from what I'm seeing, from what I've been hearing, they was flops. They wasn't doing what was just being reported by Dan Raphael or Mike Coppinger or whoever, according to our sources. You don't think that like these people at PBC know they got people who want information and say, okay, look here, man, you're gonna be the source for this guy, this reporter right here. I want you to, and you're gonna be the source for that reporter right there. So this is what I want you to say. You leak it out to them, then they go on Twitter. Yeah, it did such and such according to reports, according to my source. But the source fooling everybody. True. That's why Showtime never released their official pay-per-view numbers of their fights, because they was flops. It was all smoke and mirrors. In business, you do not drop something that's profitable to your business. Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. If the product you're putting out is performing like you say it's performing, then you would keep it. Why? Because it's a valuable asset to your company and not a liability. As I've always stated, Al Heyman does a great job at controlling the narrative through Espinosa, Booger Ray Leonard, the mainstream media, and the PBC-controlled social media outlets. True. You can't continue to put on non-pay-per-view fights on pay-per-view. Do you get what I'm saying? Non-pay-per-view, like everything, non-pay-per-view fights are getting put on pay-per-view. And they flopping terribly, right? The boxing public are not stupid. They will continue to stream your fights. The Charlos, Benavidez, Andrade, Isak Cruz, Keith Thurman, Andrew Ruiz, and even right now, Deontay Wilder, because he got to have the right dance partner. And others are not pay-per-view fighters. A lot of these fights back in the day, when the Worldwide Sports, ABC and stuff like that, back in the day, that just would have been on, some of these fights would have been on HBO, Boxing After Dark. They would have just been on like Tuesday night fights or something like that. You're going to take a whole head cheese sandwich and a lemon head and say, yeah, we going to put it on pay-per-view. We got this whole head cheese fighting lemon head, and when we want y'all to pay for it. Yeah, good luck with that. True. Especially in the streaming era, especially in this era right here where everybody's streaming. You get what I'm saying? No matter how much you tell us these fighters are pay-per-view stars, no matter how much you tell us they are, the boxing public knows better. Showtime can hide the real pay-per-view numbers if they want. But the reality of the situation is this. The numbers that were being floated on social media, to social media, through media pundits like Dan Raphael, Mike Carpenter, Michael Benson, and others were all lies, smoke and mirrors.
True, true, true.
These manufactured pay-per-view stars that we are hearing about were all made up. If they was doing what you say they was doing, why Showtime dropping you? That's a legitimate question, right? You know, Al Haymon came from the music business. Shout out to my boss, Al. All praises due to Al Haymon. And he understands the importance of creating the illusion of success to the overall boxing public. It's like a rapper bragging about having millions of dollars, living in mansions, you know, and tricking with exotic women, only to come to find out he's living check to check. The jewelry that he's wearing is fake, and the women that he's bragging about are paid models for the video shoot. The car's being leased, and the house isn't paid off. You know how these rappers be coming out, yeah, nigga, I got mansions, nigga. I got Lambos or suicide doors. You know, I got Becky right here. I got fine Becky. I'm a right. I got big booty Judy on my left. I got Tootsie Roll Lisa behind me. You know what I mean? I got one leg up Suzanne to the other side. You know, you know what I mean? That's what it is.
True.
That's what it is. Smoking mirrors, right? In boxing, nothing is never what it appears to be. And boxing fans are starting to realize that. Is racism the reason why the white-owned Showtime execs decided to cut the financial umbilical cord of the PBC? Is it racism, white supremacy? The white man, you know, is all of a sudden turning against the black man? Is that it? Or is it just business? I'll leave that question for you all, for you laptop revolutionaries out there to figure out. I'll leave that question for you guys. Let's see how this move by Showtime, by not deciding to renew the contracts of Al Haymon's PBC, will affect the landscape of the future pay-per-view fights with Saul Canelo Alvarez, St. Davis, and Errol Spence moving forward. Because, I mean, you know, those guys are pay-per-view fighters. You know Canelo going on pay-per-view. You already know that. Tank Davis, they're going to put anything he do will going to be on pay-per-view. And Errol Spence, I think he's been pay-per-view his last 4 or 5 fights or whatever. So we know they're going to be on pay-per-view. We'll see, will it be with Showtime? I'm hearing that, hey, man, they're going to, you know, they may be going on BOK, was it BOK Prime or Amazon Prime? You know what I mean? hey, is it BOK Prime or Amazon Prime? Who Al trying to work a deal out? I got to talk to my boss. Hey, Food, shout out to Food Revolution. I gotta talk to my boss. Cause see, the only thing, listen, hey, Food Revolution, the only thing I'm worried about, sis, I gotta continue to get my checks on the back end. So it's very, very important for me, sis, for my boss, Al Haymon, to find a network to go to. Which one of these good white folks that's gonna allow my boss to come over there and put them fights on their network. I really need that, sis, because I'm still trying to get my back end money. Now, and guess what? You know what? I gotta say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest man on the planet Earth. That I'm still waiting on my back end money from Mr. Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Hey, Sergio said PBC should just make their own champions, like Bellator and UFC. Yeah, but listen, this is the thing, though, right? You know what, Sergio, they called it the PBC Island for a reason. You know what I mean? Because, you know, us over there at the PBC, you know, we know what we doing over there, baby boy. But they called it the PBC Island for a reason. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is, dog, if what we've been hearing online from these laptop revolutionaries and these different media outlets, if these people was doing as great as they said they were, explain to me why would Showtime say, hey, you know what, dog, we ain't finna renew y'all contract. You know, y'all can go wherever y'all want to go. And we're hearing that now. I think Al Haymon is on this 11th network. I think now 10th or 11th network deal. So you get what I'm saying? Like, why would they do that? If things was going so good, now this is my common sense, and I ain't got but a GED, but I got a master's degree in common sense. If things were what we were being reported that we've been hearing, how come they cutting them loose? That's like that's like you got a bad tenderoni or Tenderoni, she got her Tyrone, she got her third leg Tyrone at home, and she going to all her friends bragging, yeah, girl, third leg Tyrone, he be putting it down, and he be blowing my back out, and this and that, and then only to come to find out she messing around with Hobo Sam, because third leg Tyrone ain't really doing what she say he doing.
True.
Why you over there with Hobo Sam? I thought you said third leg Tyrone was putting it down. Girl, I was just lying, girl. Third leg Tyrone. The third leg ain't been working lately.
True.
As my homeboy Yarmus would say, pause. You gotta say pause, coach. Coach, you gotta say pause. We know what we gonna do? We gonna make the pause police. We will make the pause police. I got my main man Blood Boss in here. We'll be coming on in a minute, man. We gonna have phone calls, so anybody wanna call into the show. But we're gonna talk about the smoke and mirrors. The fugaziness of the game, and where Canelo gonna be fighting his next fight at. I'm hearing a whole lot of stuff, man. Just hearing a whole lot of stuff, and right now a lot of stuff is speculation. Don't nobody really know anything right now. Hold on, guys. Sorry about that. Don't nobody really know anything right now. Everything is just speculation. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I got my main man Blood Boxing right here, but let's go ahead. And before I bring my man Blood Boxing on, let's give a shout out to my brother Jamel, Cowards Only. Charlo.
I'm proud of myself, took a chance. My head is held high. I am proud of myself. I've done an awesome job for Lions Only and my crew and my team. It's about being great, and I'm already a legend in boxing. Hopefully y'all put me in the Hall of Fame. I don't know who the hell controls that, but I deserve it.
All right, man. I'm finna bring my main man Blood Boxing on. Let's give my brother a round of applause.
Coach, man, what's good?
Man, Blood, what the link read, man? Talk to me.
Hey, man, all good, man. All good. I'm looking forward to this discussion here, man. Like you said, common sense has a whole lot to do with everything. We're definitely going to go into that.
Yeah, man. So, go ahead, Blood.
Go ahead, my brother.
I got this book, man, and I read it like 2 times, right? Well, 3 times. And this book is called The Life and Crimes of Don King. They scandalizing my favorite promoter of all time name. They scandalizing his name, dispersifying his good character Blood. We do know that Don King was not a crook. He was the most honest promoter in the history of boxing. And these are the facts.
That's right.
Anyway, but it say the shame of boxing America. And this is by Jack Newfield. A lot of people don't like him. But in this book, it spoke about, because I remember you talk about some of the ranking systems, how the ranking systems are fake and all that stuff there. And it brought me back to this book because the ranking systems, I think Don King put together some kind of tournament or something in the past, right? And
that's right.
It was a Fugazi tournament. He was taking hobos and bums off the street, put them in the top 10, and his fighters had his A-side fighters fighting these hobos. These dudes getting ranked out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So, but I think it was on ABC. Was it World Wildest Sports? Something like that?
Yeah, yes, sir. It was on ABC. Absolutely.
And they ended up dropping Don King, his promotion company, right?
They sure did. Yep, absolutely. It's kind of like the same thing that's going on today. Boxing and network TV has always had an interesting relationship. The relationship between network TV and boxing has not been as stable as the relationship between other sports and network TV, whether it had to do with tragedy, such as the 1962 fight between Emil Griffith and Benny Kid Paret, or the 1982 fight between Mancini and Kim. The 1962 fight between Paret and Griffith hurt ratings and eventually placed an end to the 1950s and 1960s version of Friday Night Fights with Don Duffy. Mm-hmm. Or maybe it had to do with all-out corruption, my brother. Corruption that can affect the ratings. In 1977, the United States Boxing Championships was promoted by Don King and was supposed to run on ABC television, and they were going to complete it there. The tournament was canceled during an investigation into boxers' rankings, and there was also fake records being presented to the networks. CBS, yeah, CBS and NBC also had boxing shows canceled as the investigation was pending. The competing tournament to Don King's United States Boxing Championships was the World Television Championships, which I believe was ran by CBS and some independents. One of the reasons why these fake records and rankings were being presented to networks was because the best fighters were not presented to the public, and the promoters did not want to dish out money to a few of these more talented fighters. Marvin Hagler was one of these fighters. The promoters and management groups of that time period did not want their fighters to face dangerous fighters like Marvin Hagler. The rankings were manipulated, and media-built fighters were presented to the networks, man. The network executives of that time period, they weren't having that shit. The networks wanted the best fighters to fight in their networks, not media-created hype jobs, which is what they're doing today. These guys, back then, the network executives, they had integrity. So the promoters and management groups, along with the sanctioning bodies and the Ring magazine and all of these different ranking systems, they were under investigation. They didn't want to pay dangerous, stubborn fighters like Marvin Hagler, and they was not going to place their fighters' careers on the line. Marvin Hagler was frozen out of 2 major network tournaments, including Don King's United States Boxing Championships and the World Television Championships. The main networks carrying boxing at the time was ABC, NBC, and CBS. They was not having it with these second-rate fights, and that's why we witnessed a better presentation of classical boxing matchups in the 1980s. You know, we were getting them all in the 1980s, Coach. We was getting Duran versus Hearns and the Four Horsemen and all of that kind of stuff because that's what the networks demanded. These kinds of actions was unacceptable for network executives. When I say actions, I mean matching up media-created fighters and expecting payment for second-rate fights. In the 1980s, the ratings, they got better. Here in 2023, we actually have ratings where not one fighter from a top 10 has faced another fighter in the top 10. And these are sanctioning body valid ratings that they're doing this in. I've been complaining about this shit for years, Coach. Why should networks continue to pay out for second-rate and third-rate fights? So it don't really matter what all these laptop revolutionaries, and it's common sense. The PBC fight fans that talk about successful live gates have no idea where the real expectations are at with these networks. How does the live gate even affect the network, Coach? How does the live gate affect the network? Common sense tells me, what you was talking about earlier, common sense tells me their bigger concern is the network viewership, not the live gate. If they could replace boxing with something more beneficial to their viewership ratings, they will. We're getting second-rate fights. The rankings are fake, just like they was in the late 70s, and they had to get rid of that. These fighters are protecting their their branding. Why should networks want to be involved in that kind of hogwash? Fights such as Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney, these are not pay-per-view fights. In the early days of the internet, they got away with presenting a few fights that were not pay-per-view worthy, but technology, and you just talked about this, technology has kicked them in the ass with advanced free streaming, VIP Box, First Row Sports, Strikeout TV, along with 50 or more similar sites, has placed an end to benefiting off the fight fans. Sports fans in general get everything for free in everything other than combat sports. In team sports and other individual sports, the major events are free. The Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, the U.S. Open. And in those structures, the best really do compete against the best out of a playoff or tournament structure. We're not getting that in boxing. They're presenting to us a bunch of these, what do you call them, Hobo Sams and pork chop winners and all that. They're giving us all that kind of stuff, Coach. So that's really what's going on, and that's what common sense tells you, brother.
Hey, Blood, this that get me right. I'm laughing because you say they got these manufactured champions. Man, they taking these. Listen, bro, I'm telling you, they taking these hog head cheese sandwiches. You know, yeah, boy, doggone boy. Listen, They'll take. I can tell when Booger Ray lying, because when he look in the camera, his eyes get bigger and his nose is flare. I say this nigga lying. We do phenomenal numbers. I mean, we're killing it right now. And blood boxing, you and Coach Malachi, just some haters. You don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we're breaking records at the live gates, and our pay-per-views are astronomical. And Esau Cruz, when he fought Tank, we did 500, we did 250, 70, 300,000 pay-per-view buys. All that stuff. I'm like Booger Ray, nigga, you lying. So
you sound just like that nigga.
hey, these niggas be lying. They got these motherfucking media pundits on Twitter be typing this flam popping that week, and then if you don't go along with the narrative, then they sit back and try to attack you. Motherfucker like me, I'm holding the line. I'm like, man, I'm battling it all on blood. I'm on Twitter. I'm trying to become undisputed on Twitter. I'm winning that battle. You know what I mean? So it's like what you said. They got these manufactured champions. As Booger Lane, not Booger Lane, but Clubber Lane would say, he'll say they paper champions.
But this ball been taking the easy matches, fighting other balls.
Niggas taking easy matches, fighting bums, and then they want to put the fight on pay-per-view, and then they wonder why, damn man, how come this fight ain't selling? Like, how come people ain't buying the pay-per-views or whatever, like they used to. But even though we do have technology, but the boxing fan ain't stupid. Man, we know this a hog head cheese sandwich. We know this. Come on, man. Listen. I like Tank Davis. I like Tank. But Tank Davis and Hector Garcia ain't no damn pay-per-view fight. Tank Davis and Esau Cruz ain't no pay-per-view fight. Errol Spence and Ugas, motherfucking Ugas. Ugas is trash. It ain't no pay-per-view fight. Daniel Garcia, whoever he fighting, ain't no pay-per-view fight. You get what I'm saying? And so come on, man. Y'all, and I think that's what they did. You over-marinate the fights. I heard you say this before. For me, this is where they dropped the ball at. The biggest fight that could have been made in boxing was Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. And as the heavyweight division go, blood, you know the saying, that so does boxing. You had an opportunity to make that fight, but you want to over-marinate the fights, sabotage negotiations, turn it down astronomical amounts of money. They want to play this side of the street, wrong side of the street politics, and the people fed up with it. So technology is getting better and better. They're like, man, we ain't buying this shit. So when I see something from a Raphael or a Coppinger or whoever that's a part of the cool kids, the popularity club, I always question it because I understand the game. Y'all spitting out propaganda. What you saying 9 times out of 10, this shit ain't true. If it was so true, blood, make this make sense to me. Why is Showtime not renewing PBC's contract?
Because they have not met expectations, brother. They have not met expectations for Showtime.
Well, they met the expectations for these laptop revolutionaries. They met the expectations for the alphabet boys. They met the expectations of these doggone Huey P. Newton YouTube channels. So shit, according to them broke niggas, Nick Sack smoking ass niggas, two figure niggas, according to them niggas, we doing good. Everything working good. But according to the white folks, they ain't met the expectations.
True.
You have to wonder how many of these fighters are Tony Schiavone, Vito Antuofermo, and how many of them are Marvin Haglers. Because that's what they did. You would have asked somebody who was presenting some fighters to a network back in the late 70s. They were trying to put Tony Schiavone in these contests. They wanted to freeze out Marvin Hagler. They didn't want him in the contest. And it's the same kind of thing they're doing today because certain fighters don't want to fight each other. They want to protect their fighters' brand and things like that. They have the internet now to even help assist them in doing this. Back in the day, they just had to do this based off of newspaper articles and magazine write-ups and things like that. But they were doing the same thing back then with Tony Schiavone and them guys and saying that these were the top fighters in the middleweight division, knowing good and well Marvin Hagler would beat the hell out of all of them. But, they're doing the same thing now. They're giving us these second-rate fights. They want to put them on pay-per-view. It's ridiculous, man. Their top 10 is not even real. Like, the ranking systems ain't been real. I've been complaining hard about this for like 7 or 8 years now. And nobody really wants to talk about it, but it's the truth, though.
Yeah. You've been complaining about it since I've been on YouTube. I remember.
Yes, sir.
Bro, listen. Shout out to Bossy Gems. I'm sitting back listening to an interview that somebody sent me on Twitter. Somebody sent me on Instagram. Blood, I can't make this up. I'm listening to Calvin Ford, which is Tank Davis' trainer, and Coach Kenny. And Calvin Ford and Coach Kenny was addressing. Hold on. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody was like, they were talking about Shakur Stevenson, all that stuff there. And Calvin Ford and them was like, yeah, but Shakur, that really ain't no big fight. Okay, here you go right here. Hold on. I want you to listen to this. Listen to this, Blood.
Okay.
Hold on. Sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I gotta, like I'm hearing, now these guys are just trainers. They ain't nobody but trainers. That's it. But I'm saying this is the type of shit I'm talking about. The best dudes don't want to fight the best dudes. You got dudes niggas playing for. No, see, we got this poach chop bone over here. See this dude over here, Godzilla, that really ain't no big fight. Godzilla, don't nobody want to see Mothra or Gamera fight Godzilla. But the Powerpuff Girls, that's gonna be a good fight. Now this what he telling me. Check this out, Blood.
It's a big fight. The new generation. I know Isaac got a bigger fan than Shakur. Yeah, he got a bigger fan. Shakur and Tank.
Let's start right here. He said Isaac. He talking about Esau Cruz. He said Esau Cruz got a bigger fan base than Shakur. Now he's laying the premise. Right now. He's laying the premise for. No, we ain't gonna fight no goddamn Shakur now. Shit, he ain't really got no fan base. But Esau Cruz, he got a fan base. Hold on, check this shit out. This kind of shit I'm talking about.
It's a big fight. The new generation. I know Isaac got a bigger fan than Shakur. Yeah, he got a bigger fan base. Shakur and Isaac will be a bigger fight. I'm gonna tell you this. If Tank sent him a goddamn contract or what he want to pay him, I guarantee he won't take it. I agree, but that don't take his fight. No, but if you're the best, you think you're the best. This is how I grew up. I think the same way. And Isaac Cruz would make a bigger fight than Shakur. Yeah. But Shakur, the fans still want to see Shakur. No, they want to see it. Yeah, they want to see it. It's a better fight. I just try to explain to all of them. Shakur, I know the bitch.
So he said that Esau Cruz is a bigger fight than Shakur, but the fans still say, no, we want to see Shakur. The fans are the ones who gonna buy those pay-per-views. Go back to what you're saying, Blood. Exactly. If you're not giving the fans what they want, okay, good luck with doing Tank Davis and Esau Cruz rematch. Good luck with doing that and putting it on pay-per-view. And I want to see what type of numbers y'all float out there. Pretty sure they're gonna say, well, we did 300,000 and he's a cash cow and this and that. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna say, but they ain't gonna never release them, they ain't gonna never come on record. You ain't gonna never get nobody from Showtime coming on record, Blood, confirming these floated numbers, and you ain't gonna get nobody from the PBC confirming these floated numbers. You ain't gonna never get that.
Where was this energy with Mario Barrios and Hector Garcia now?
Man, bro, I'm saying, man, like, bro, like, how you gonna tell me that Tank Davis and Whole Head Cheese, Esau the Chihuahua Cruz is a bigger fight than Tank Davis and Shakur Stevenson? Oh man, you know what Shakur? Esau Cruz. Okay, let's remove Esau Cruz's name. Pocha Willie. Tank Davis and Pocha Willie got a bigger fan base than doggone Shakur now, Blood. No, wait a minute, man. Look, I'm Blood Boston. I've been watching Boston, man, for 40 plus years, man. I'm telling you, man, like, you're not gonna shit on my plate to tell me it's meatloaf. Bro, listen, Esau Cruz is nobody. The type of talent that Tank Davis has, him and Shakur would be a way better matchup. It'd be a good fight, 50-50 fight. Tank got the punch of power. We need to see that fight. No, Blood. No, you see this one, you're wrong at. Shakur, he all right. But Whole Head Cheese, that's the one. That's the one, Blood. See that what I'm talking about. I know the fans want to see us with Shakur, but Whole Head Cheese, he like, Whole Head ain't nothing to play with, boy. It's like you trying to convince me to believe this bullshit, and you know it's bullshit.
It's bullshit. That's exactly what, just a bunch of propaganda to suit their needs, man. They don't want to fight. They don't want to take the risk of fighting Shakur Stevenson. As simple as that. Shakur Stevenson comes from Olympic pedigree. We've already seen Tank fight Cruz. Even though Cruz did okay, it wasn't even a big fight then. It wasn't doing the numbers that Ryan Garcia did.
They put that on pay-per-view. It did like 7 something.
Garcia didn't do big numbers. Barrios didn't do big numbers. So I mean, what the hell why y'all want to be all selective with Shakur Stevenson and put all these extra demands in there about he's not popular and all that kind of stuff? We know what's going on. You can't tell us old school fight fans.
We know what's going on.
Shit.
Yeah. No, exactly. You can't tell us that. We know what's going on. Y'all, listen, bro, cut it out. Like you said, how they tried to freeze Marvin Hagler out, right? They tried, they did. Marvin Hagler had to get Tip O'Neill. I think he was a Democratic senator. Tip O'Neill. He had to get Tip O'Neill involved, man, because Hagler had 49 professional fights, dog. And on his 50th fight, he got a shot at the title. And on his 50th fight. Just think about that. Like, literally, no promoters didn't want to touch him. That's how dangerous he was. And in today's time, they kind of like doing the same thing. Oh, man, man, you're on the wrong side of the street. You're on the wrong side of the street. Oh, man, top rank Toby. Yeah, man, 60-40, 70-30, 80-20, take whatever we give you. Now,
who has he fought?
Yeah, he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought nobody. It's the same shit. It's the same shit how they justify the buffoonery.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know, the nigga, I know Duck Lane. Like, man, you been watching boxing a long time, blood. We know Duck Lanes when we here. Man, this nigga ducky.
True.
Exactly.
Now, blood, let me get the super chats. Shout out to Drew Hay, man, for dropping that quarter of a dub. On you, boy. I appreciate you, fam. Shout out to Drew Hay for dropping them 2 pounds. He said, will you have Rick Glazer on the show, Coach? Yeah, Rick is out of town right now, so I'll probably get him on next week. I'll probably get him on next week, fam. Maybe tomorrow, because he's supposed to be releasing from what he got from his attorney, the pay-per-view numbers of the fight, Canelo fight tomorrow. Well, we know what Dan Raphael said, but Dan Raphael got them, he's locked in with.
Hey, what did he say, Coach? I didn't hear the numbers.
He said on Twitter, he said the fight did between 650 and 700,000 pay-per-view buys. That's what he said. I don't know what it did. I don't know. You know what I mean? So, and we have no way of knowing, because that's not what Showtime said. And of course, PBC ain't said nothing, but that's what he said. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Rick Glazer gonna come out and say something that might be different from what Dan Raphael said. Another guy may come out and say something, might be different from both of them. We really don't know. To be fair, But that's what he said on blood. Shout out to Hector Garcia. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, haven't talked to you since 1975, Coach. Salute. Yeah, it's been a long time, heck. Been a long time. Salute to you, brother. Shout out to Swift 718 for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, if we listen to Leonard, since Tank is such a big star and attraction, the fan bases of opponents shouldn't matter. He said, fight the top fighters, more money. I mean, I totally agree with that. What I want to do, blood, I want to drop the phone lines, let people call in and see if they have any questions for you. But before I do that, do you think that this is what I suggest? If you are a promotional company, let's say you're a network. Let's say you're a network, blood, and I'm a promotional company, and I'm looking to get your dollars. I need your money to fund, put up the, upfront cash and stuff for my fighters, right? I feel that in order for you to get the value that you want, you should request of me, say, look, the only time I'm gonna give you some money is if you had the top guys fighting the top guys. If you ain't got the top guys fighting the top guys, you ain't getting none of my money. Period. I don't give a damn who it is. What say you? Do you think the networks, like they did in the past, can demand, say, hey, listen, the only way this gonna go down, we need to see this fight right here. You need to make this fight. What say you about that?
I would tell them that, hey, we need big fights and we need them now. There's nothing to marinate. We're not here to protect brands. We're not here to build fighters. We want the best fighters that y'all have available, and we want to start putting these fighters up to the test right now, because that's how we're going to get the answers on who really is the best anyway. We don't want no media-generated hogwash. We don't want to hear who the most popular is. Like, how can somebody say that Pitbull is more popular than Shakur Stevenson? What do you got? What do you got? Some fake, some Twitter followers? Those are robots. We don't even know if that's real or not. So what are you talking about? From what I know, most fans would say that Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis is a better fight. I know one thing: the fight that I'm going to pay for is going to be Shakur Stevenson versus Tank Davis, not Pitbull Cruz. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Calvin Ford and all them guys, I'm just as old as them. I've been watching the sport as long as they have. They're a little older than me, but I've been watching the sport long enough to know I don't need no guidance from them. I know that Shakur Stevenson versus Tank is a better fight.
Yes, I mean, I think everybody in the world know that. But so for what I'm seeing, blood, it looks like that Paramount is doing what they say they was going to do. They're more than likely going to merge, Showtime into the streaming app platform. We'll see how it works out in 2024. This year we've been getting some good fights, thanks to Paramount. You know what I mean? Because from what I've learned, they the one put the foot down. Like, man, you want to continue to get this money, you got to give us these big fights. And we've been getting we've been finally getting the fights so far this year. But my thing is they still cutting the umbilical cord from the PBC. So I asked myself a question. I said, well, if these guys was really doing these astronomical numbers like what was being reported, why is Showtime cutting them off? And my common sense told me, well, you know what, man, they cutting them off because that shit that was being reported wasn't true. Like, we don't know. Like, you hit the nail right on the head, blood. Like, we don't know what bottom line is that Paramount needs. Who owns Showtime? This is the bottom line that we need to reach. And yeah, it looked good coming from a report or whatever the case may be. But when we look at the numbers, man, this shit ain't make what we thought it was gonna make. So now you got to ask yourself, and okay, let's look at the viewership. The viewership ain't there. We ain't making what we thought we was gonna make. We know the illusion that's being put out there online, with the illusion. But man, you know what, man? We got to sit back and say if this shit worth our time, because we got other shit we can be doing. So is that what happened to Don King when ABC decided to? What happened in that situation, blood? Did they cut him off or?
Yeah, they parted ways with him. I think he was able to get some more fights over there later. But they had to straighten up after the investigation. They had to straighten up the rankings. They had to straighten up and stop bringing all this false information with records and stuff like that. But he got cut off for a little while, man. Point blank, period. And that's what they should do. And another thing, too, Coach, let me say this one more time. The live gate don't have nothing to do with with networks. How does that benefit the networks? The networks has to do with viewership and ratings. That don't got nothing to do. These guys can sit up here and talk about live gates all they want. What does that got to do with CBS and ABC? And their ratings on TV. That's something different from the live gate. So what the hell are they talking about, man? These guys, man, they're all mixed up. They mix up the live gate and the TV ratings and stuff like that. They mix everything up, man. And we don't know what the expectation is. People will come on here and say that anything over 500,000 pay-per-views, I'm considering a success. You're considering that a success. But what about the executives over there at Paramount and them? Maybe that's not successful for them. You don't know. You don't know what their expectation is because you ain't on the team, buddy.
I do. What you mean? I don't know. I do know. I got a net worth of 2 figures. I played the PS3 all day. I bought. Listen, I got a good deal on some Reggie. I paid $3 for a Nick sack. So I know business. I don't know what you're talking about. I do know anything over 500,000 is a success. Have you spoken to the executive networks? No, I ain't talked to him. But I talked to my homeboy Pochot Willie, and Pochot Willie tweeted Leonard, Booger Ray Leonard, and Booger Ray Leonard had liked his tweet. So when Booger Ray liked his tweet, then that means that they really did do good in 5. Listen,
and they drunk up all the kids' juices too. They drank up all the damn juices. That's a damn shame. You know those was for the kids.
Hey, blood. These goddamn fanagers be killing me, dog. Like these nigga, you made an effing math. And you sitting here, now see what it is, blowing now. Check this out now. What it is now. We did 500,000. Okay, now what we did when we did 500,000, me and my homeboy went to Vegas and we got on flight 80. And when we got on flight 80, we did the math, right? We did the math. We would figure some things out. And I said, okay, 500,000 times the pay-per-view did so was $79.99. Then okay, we carry the 1 divided by 2. Pi equals square. Yeah. That was hey, blood. Yeah, that was a success. Hold on, let me get the super chats out the way before I drop the phone live, blood. Shout out to Bossy Jim's for dropping that half a dub on your boy. He said that may have been the plan. Monopolize the belts quickly, then have the champs drop them and make the PBC belt. Yeah, you know what? You might be right about that. You say you would have had to run to PBC to fight the true champion. Salute, coach. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, true. I see what you're saying. That might have been the plan. You know what? They still can make a PBC belt. I've been hearing they was going to do that for years. Shout out to Black Ice. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy. He said, I've been supporting Tank's pay-per-view fights for the last few years. Him beating on cherries. I don't want to see no rematch of him and Pitbull Cruz. I want to see Tank face top competition. No more BS. Yeah, hey, man, salute to you, Black Ice. Shout out to Swift 718 for dropping that half for bam, hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Swift say, can you say hi to my niece and nephew? They're watching me right now. What's your niece and nephew name is? Gina and Steven. Please, thank you, coach. Listen, shout out to Gina and Steven. We want to give Gina and Steven not only a round of applause. Shout out to Gina and Steven. Not only do we want to give you a round of applause, but what we gonna do? We gonna hit you with a little bit of cream corn action. Salute to Gina and Steven. Much love to you guys.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Cream, see, blood, that's what it is. See, we got these cream corn ass niggas online, you know, and he come around and become cream corn. That's why they call me that. You know what I mean? You know, I got more measure for your pleasure, baby. You know what I mean? So we got these old cream corn ass niggas online. They want to be Tupac. They want to be DMX. They want to be NWA. They want to be Spice One. All this stuff there, right? Niggas ain't gonna do a goddamn thing.
Yes, sir.
Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. You guys call into the show and just let me know what do you think. How do you think this is going to affect, future fights down the line with Canelo, with Errol Spence, just Tank, whoever, other future pay-per-view fights. Do you think that this is a good thing? This will hopefully, whichever network that my boss Al Heyman lands on, pause, whichever network he go with, whichever good white folks that decide to do business with him, hopefully they will allow, hopefully they will have some say in the opponents. If you want our money, this is what we need.
I like how you place the emphasis on good white folks for them laptop revolutionaries.
Yeah. Cause they talk all that pro black shit, but at the end of the day, it's the white folks' money. So, and the white folks, and Al Heyman gonna do what the white folks tell him to do. That's the reality of the situation. So, all that shit sound good. That revolutionary shit sound good, but it's gonna come right back to Whitey.
We all here complaining about nothing as always. 80s and 90s born kids complaining about shit like that, man. Shit crazy.
Hold on, bro. We got some more. We have some more super chats. Shout out to Damian Bennett for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, Coach, the merge has already started. Showtime is officially a part of the Paramount Plus app. Oh, I didn't even know that. Hey, you know what? Hey, thank you for letting me know that, Damian. I didn't even know that.
Yep. You don't got it, Coach? It's good, too, man. They got a lot of extra shit over there, man.
Oh, man, that's great, man. So, me personally, blood, like I say, again, Showtime didn't renew the contract for a reason, right? So, my comment says, if it was doing astronomical like Booger Ray was reporting and the Fighthybes and the Hubs and the Bensons and the Raphaels, if it was doing all the goddamn it, they wouldn't be dropping. They wouldn't be cutting their umbilical cord right now.
That's the fact.
So okay, going forward, blood, what do you think that the PBC Al Heyman can do in order to make sure, because I think this is his 11th network, either 10th or 11th network that he'll be going through, deal that he went through, right? What do you think, what lessons can be learned from this? What do you think that he can do in the future in order to make sure that he don't lose another deal, or just maybe, get the fighters. Now, we ain't talking about smoke and mirrors. Just do right by the fan, really make these fights that they want to make. Well, what say you about that?
Well, you know what, man? They're going to have to provide for us better fights, man, so the ratings would get better and they could meet the expectations, because we don't know every detail as to why Showtime dropped the PBC or any of the other past networks. We don't know the exact details, but they know what the expectation is. So they have to meet the expectation, and they got to give us better fights, because that crap that they've been putting on and they've been pulling for these past few years, getting these guys to fight C-class opponents and trying to match up a B and C-class fighter and tell us that it's these are the two best fighters in the division. Like you said earlier, man, they can't present us with what they call meatloaf, and we know good and well as shit.
Yeah.
Which is what they've been doing. So they got to meet the expectations of these networks, man, by giving us better fights. That's what common sense tells me.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
We got a call, Blood. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, Coach, what's going on, man? It's Mason from Flint, Michigan.
Mason from Flint, talk to me.
What's up, man? Nah, Coach, I just wanted to give you your flowers, give Blood his flowers, give Boxing Gyms his flowers, man. Just all the real, boxing YouTube channels that keeping that shit 100, no bias, just calling it how it is, straight down the middle. We need more cats like y'all on this shit, man, instead of niggas like Senator Party and niggas like Shigo who keep certain niggas' names in their mouths for relevance. That shit gotta stop, man, and we gotta get back to, the essence of the sport. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give y'all boys y'all flowers, man, and tell y'all, keep up that good work, man. Keep y'all foot on these niggas' necks and keep talking that shit, because that's what we tune in for. The entertainment. And hey, you know me, Coach. I'm gonna talk shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want to hear. Keep talking that shit, Coach.
All right, man. Shout out to Mason from Flint, Michigan. Salute. Hey.
Salute to Mason, man. Salute to him.
Yeah, man. The reason why I wanted Blood to be on this show, because Blood knows a lot about, this is nothing new. You get what I'm saying? This is not the end of the PBC. They still gonna be around. I hope they be around, because I need to get my money on the back end. But they still gonna be around. It doesn't mean that. It's just that they got to find a new home, a new network in order to host their fights. I'm hoping that we do get the fights. This year been a good year. They did good this year. But apparently it wasn't enough to stave off what Showtime is doing, right? So we'll see. Hopefully, listen, man, you got to make these top guys fight each other. That's it. And make it on a more consistent basis. And don't just put, and when you put something on pay-per-view, make sure that it's pay-per-view worthy, something that the fans been demanding and want to see, so they can so you can create excitement for the fight, and that'll make them motivated to want to buy the fight. You know what I mean? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
L in Kansas City.
L from Kansas City. Talk to me, fam.
Hey, so I got a quick question. Obviously, I've always thought the numbers sometimes were inflated, and I was kind of saw what was going to happen with this TBC and Showtime arrangement. But where do we get the true pay-per-view numbers? Because obviously, I know, like you mentioned earlier, Showtime no longer seems to release any numbers. And it's like, okay, so what are the real numbers? Obviously, they're probably not meeting expectations, hence the reason of the way the relationship is going. But where do you find these actual numbers so we can see what's what and what's true?
We don't know. The only way we're going to get the numbers, it has to come from the networks. And they don't. I think Showtime stopped releasing pay-per-view numbers back in 2000. I want to say 2004. Is it 2014? 2015, somewhere around there. Because I actually have it saved on my computer. I have it bookmarked because we did an entire show on it. So, because I did a show just basically saying that. I'm like, man, well, we really don't know what these numbers are. This is what they're saying, and stuff like that. This is what these people are saying, but it's coming from sources, say reports and whoever. But we really don't know, because the networks will have to be the one to really give those numbers out, or someone who actually in the satellite and cable business who would have access to that information. But other than that, we really don't know. If you're going by what someone else told you, and it's doing this, it just depends on who you want to believe. But if they don't officially release those numbers, we really, as a fan base, really have no way of knowing that. Me personally, as I said before, I'm a fan of the sport. I don't care about the pay-per-views. I don't care about what network a fighter is on. As long as we get in the fights that we want, in the sport of boxing, it's healthy for the sport of boxing. That's all I care about. I'm not a manager, promoter, YouTube network exec. I don't care about none of that shit. I'm not fans of networks. I'm not fans of promotional companies, whether it's Top Rank, PBC, Matchroom, whoever. I don't, or Showtime or HBO or ESPN or whatever. I don't care about none of that. Because back in the day, I don't know how old you are, but when me and Blood grew up, we didn't watch fights based on which network it was on or which promotional company we know that the fight was on. You know what I mean? We didn't watch fights based on that. We watched fights based on our love for the sport, one, and two, the level of competition that was fighting each other in the ring. It was never based on anything other than that. Our love for the sport was based on boxing criterias. Wasn't based on network criterias or popularity criterias or mink coats or Lambos with suicide doors. But to answer your question, my brother, I don't. The only way we're gonna find out, the networks have to release it. If they don't release it, we don't know what the hell those numbers are. Anybody could be lying to us. We don't know.
And when you see a number coming in, just ask yourself one question: does the reporter of these numbers have some kind of agenda?
Yeah.
Ask yourself that question at all times.
Mm-hmm. All right, but
Yeah.
that's all.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's it. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
All right, shout out to L, man. Kansas City, stand up, man. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. And then again, too, in the market that we in today, Blood, as it relates to streaming and stuff like that. I mean, it is what it is. So, it's a question I had too. I know how close Dan Raphael is to him and people at PBC and stuff like that. I wonder what made him actually come out and release that report now. You know what I mean? Because I know Rick Glazer said it last month. Everything that Dan Raphael said, Rick Glazer said this on this show. On this show, he said on this show, hey man, they're gonna be discontinuing. They're not gonna renew the contract at the end of the year. He said this on this show, but people said he was hating. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey Slim, what's good with y'all, man? What's going on, man?
Man, Ron Boy Fresh, talk to me, fam.
Hey, Blood, what's good with you, champ? What's
Salute,
good?
man. Salute, man. Ron Boy, man. Always good to see you, Ron Boy Fresh, man. Yes, sir.
But, man, I mean, it's an easy fix, man. It's just the problem that the biggest problem PBC had was they had Steven Espinosa. And what I mean by that is that Steven Espinosa allowed Al to put on them to do all that over marination and giving the fans fights that nobody wanted. You know what I'm saying? It was like the homie looking out for the homie type shit. The next home, you cannot have the homie trying to do quality control. You need an independent motherfucker that knows some boxing to do quality control. You dig what I'm telling you? It's an easy fix. You got 300 fighters. It's an easy fix to be like, whoa. Why can't we get Keith versus Boots? What's the problem with this fight not getting made? That's the type of motherfucker you need in a next spot to ask these questions. You dig what I'm telling you? Mm-hmm. And it seemed like that's what was happening. But what was going on earlier was they was just getting the bag. Okay, we going to the next bag. We going to the next bag. And then Fox was like, fuck that shit. Ain't no rerun on any of these fights. Nobody want to relook at it. The biggest problem is nobody want to relook at none of their fights. You dig what I'm telling you? Like, there's no playback on them. Like, it's like, wait a minute, y'all can't even get playback. That's why they didn't make the cut with Paramount. They was like, did they have like a 0.1 in return viewership or some shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, that shit crazy. They can run Soprano shit and do 5 times as much as that shit.
That's right.
Yeah. So
you see what I'm saying? So yeah.
No. So Ron, do you think that this will, because this year's been pretty good. What I wanted to ask you, Ron, was this.
Well, we know why it's been good.
Yeah,
because them peoples put that file in their ass and be like, no, y'all know what's about to happen. Oh, let's try to make these fights so we can try to keep these so we can try to keep this bag. Yeah. It was too late. Then I see that. I was like, it's a day late and $1 short. I told you, I can name 6 fights. Name 6 fights. This should have happened years ago. When the main fight was that Benavidez Plant. We should have been got that fight years ago. It's fights over there that should have been made already. It's so many fights that should have been made, but you got a motherfucker that's running an accounting firm instead of really making legacy fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in the business and helping motherfuckers run an accounting firm. I'm in the business of motherfuckers like, and I hate to say it, and I don't want to shake banners, but we know what we get from Top Rank. Top Rank is in the business of making pound for pound fighters. What they do at 32 and 31 years old, that ain't top ranked business. Our goal is we make a certain type of quality fighter. Now, we gonna cap this motherfucker out. We can't afford them after we make them at that spot. We already know we just gonna go to the next motherfucker. You dig what I'm telling you? But yeah, it's just that I'm just calling to say the next landing spot, that month they're gonna need a quality control person that's not being paid by Al. You know what I'm saying? They need a liaison person, that a czar that has nothing to do with PBC, nothing to do with no promotional company. He knows motherfucking boxing. That's what, put you, I don't give a fuck. Some motherfucker that know boxing and be like, we ain't worried about no affiliation. I'm good enough to know that Keith need to be fighting. I'm good enough to know, and the reason I'm bringing up Keith is he's a popular name that refused to fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? I can go down a list of so many fighters, but I'm just using that. It is no reason why we shouldn't have Boots and Keith already. That's why I'm bringing that up. You know, you dig what I'm telling you? But that's all I got for that, Mo. But they just need quality control. That next landing spot gonna be quality control. That's all.
All right, shout out to Ron Boy Fresh. DC, stand up.
Yeah, Mo.
Hey, Ron Boy Fresh, funny than a motherfucker, bro.
What he is, man. But you know, he said a lot of real stuff there, man. Because that's exactly what happened with Don King. When Don King went under investigation, you saw what his roster looked like after that. After the investigation, he stepped his game up. So sometimes they need these fallbacks or setbacks to improve their quality.
Do you, hey, Blood? Do you remember when they had the what it was called, Blood? The I think that was Don King Promotions, if I'm not mistaken. The Revenge of the Rematches. When they had
yes, sir.
I think it was Julio Cesar Chavez, Frankie Randall, Simon Brown, and Terrible Terry Norris.
No, Terry Norris. Yeah, Terry Norris. You're right.
They had
Terry
Jesse
Norris
James
and Simon Brown. Yep.
See, I think they had Jesse James Leha and what's my guy from Ghana? Zuma Nelson.
Zuma Nelson. Yes, sir.
They had Julio Cesar Chavez. So that right there, you know, Don had to like a fight like that, you know, bro, like that's a stacked card. Yep. That's a stacked card because it wasn't one-sided on both sides. It wasn't Julio Cesar Chavez fighting the tomato can or Simon Brown fighting the tomato can or Julian Jackson fighting the tomato can. It was like, nah, this shit here, you know, Terry Norris had no loss. I think didn't he lose to what's the guy name? Simon Brown?
He did. He got knocked out in the first fight.
He got knocked out in the first fight. The second fight, he made the adjustments, and I think he wanted. Yeah, he made the adjustment in the second fight. So yeah. So I don't know if it was unanimous or split, but I think it was
unanimous. He basically ran a lot of the fight though, but he did what he had to do to win.
Yeah. Hey, so that's my thing. So if they can get to that, if they can get to that point, but then too, now those fighters are going to have to want to make those fights. The fighters going to have to be, look, man, you gotta fight this dude right here. If you want this type of money, you gotta fight this. You gotta fight these type of caliber of opponents. We can't pay you. We can't pay you today like we paid you yesterday. Things don't change. You get what I'm saying? Like what you said, it's about viewership as well. If you don't have a high viewership, then that tells the story. Hopefully, Blood. Everybody has Amazon. I have Amazon. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how that would work if they, and I'm hoping. As a matter of fact, Blood, I'm hoping that Al Hammond can get the PBC on Amazon. Maybe they can get more viewers that way. I don't know, but at the end of the day, they're still going to have to make. They still got to have the best competition fighting each other. Like Keith Thurman, he ain't fought since '72. Well, he had a fight last February against Mario Barrios, and I just saw a video, Blood. He's still talking about, I'm still that guy. I was two-time, I was a unified welterweight champion. My name still hold weight. And I'm like, Keith, don't nobody know who you is no more, bro. It's over with for you.
Yeah, it's not 2015. Yeah, they didn't know him that good in 2015, to be real.
Yeah. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
So what's up, Coach?
You sound very muffled, brother. Yeah, are you on the Bluetooth?
Yeah, I'm driving on, man. Let's call you when I get to the house.
Okay, I'll be here. Salute, fam. Yeah, but you see what I'm saying, blood? Like, this dude still running around. Shout out to Food Revolution. She said they're gonna be fighting on BET after dark.
What she said, BET after dark?
Yeah, she said, she say, shout out to Karma Serene. Salute, what's going on, sis? She say BET after dark. Motherfucker, Keith Thurman running around. Keith Thurman think he Canelo or some damn body. He think he Tank Davis. He running around here like, yeah, I'm Keith one time Thurman. My name hold a lot of weight. I'm like, Keith, my nigga.
Once upon a time, Thurman.
Bro, it's over. Like, it's over for you. Ain't nobody even talking about you. You hardly fight. Listen, blood, listen to this. This man fought 3 times in 6 years. 3 times in 6 years.
Yeah,
like literally,
crazy.
That's like fighting once every 2 years. He tell you know, my name still hold weight. I'm still that guy. I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, don't nobody believe you.
He said he's going to get in 2 more recent fights and then he's going to fight an exhibition like he's Floyd Mayweather or something. He literally said he's going to fight an exhibition. I heard that. I was like, what the hell is Keith talking about? An exhibition? Man, please. Man, you might as well go on and fight Clarissa Shields, man.
I mean, he might as well. I mean, you know, he might as well fight Clarissa Shields. Shout out to Sean for becoming a member, man. Salute. Give him a round of applause. Hey, blood. So, like, you know, and this is why I say, man, I want to see the new crop of fighters because it's time for the old guard to leave. Yep. We need some fresh blood. A lot of these older guys just got to go, and we got to hit the reset button, man. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's going on, Coach? It's Coach Eddie from the ATL.
Coach Eddie from the ATL, talk to me.
What's going on? What's going on, blood?
Hey, how's it going, Coach, man? Good to talk to you again, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good show today. Like always, Coach always bringing the heat. I had a question for you. Now, my old boxing trainer used to always tell me, and I didn't believe him until he really broke it down to me. He said, champions aren't born, they're made. He said, I can make anybody a champion. You got some type of talent, you can be made a champion. And I'm sitting there, I was racking my brain. You know, it ain't no secret that I don't really care for Canelo. He's not one of my favorite fighters. But I was just trying to be honest and subjective. And in the past 30 years, I can't think of a more manufactured champion than him. I mean, because I guess he just had, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. I was trying to be serious. I thought about Jerry Cooney. I said they tried to manufacture him, but he didn't work out. You know, he knocked out, Ken Norton. He knocked out a couple of older champions. But then when he stuck with Larry Holmes, he got cooked. They thought he was going to be, the great white height. Then Canelo, this guy's career just really, really just been well orchestrated, by Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. They got 2 boxing brains that know the business of boxing, to know who you should fight and who you should not fight and how to make you look good. Because like I said, Canelo, you got all them guys that came along at the same time. Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. They thought it was going to be Demetrius Andrade because he was a standout in the Olympics. Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, Canelo, all them guys in that same class right there. They had to pick one that they were going to push, just like wrestling. They're going to push this guy up to the front. It's going to be our star for the next 10 to 15 years. And Mayweather, passed the mantle to Canelo. If you go back and look at that Mayweather-Canelo fight, that fight was trash, man. I watched it last night. I said, they didn't do nothing. It was like a sparring match, man. It was like it was fictitious. You know what I mean? It's like everything is just fake and everything. Like when I was a kid, boxing was more fun because it wasn't all this bull crap involved. I really, really believed in the champions. I thought they were great. But now I see how it's a game. Like they've been playing it for these many years and stuff. So I just want to get your take on that manufacturing process of the champion.
All right, shout out to Coach Eddie. Salute, fam. I let him. You want me to do it offline, or you want to do it while you're on the phone? Want him to answer the question?
It doesn't matter. He can do it all. Whatever you want to do it, Coach.
All right. Well, shout out to Coach Eddie, man. I got you. Salute, fam. Hey, you heard what he said, blood. He wanted. Yeah. Coach Eddie wanted to know your take on just the manufactured champions, like,
well,
like I'm saying, for me, blood, because we have so many belts. Right. Everybody's saying they're champions. So what I've done was I don't call everybody who have a belt a champion. I say you guys are title holders.
Me too.
And I say this guy holds the WBC title. This guy holds the IBF title. He's a title holder. Now, if these guys were to come together and fight each other, like Canelo got all of the belts, he is the champion in the super middleweight division. Crawford have all of the belts. He is this champion in the welterweight division. Now he hasn't fought everybody there, just like Canelo hasn't fought everybody in this division. But they got all of the belts. They considered the champion. I just think everybody else is just have a belt. They're title holders. You know, how do you think about that? The way I see that.
No, I agree with that. I've been saying that for years. I've been calling them title holders rather than champions. It's just like when they say Floyd Mayweather beat 25 champions or he beat 25 title holders, because there's so many belts out there. Now, I do agree with Coach on some of the things he said. There was some things he said that I agreed with, such as the time they tried to manufacture Jerry Cooney. And there's been several fighters out there that they've tried to manufacture. And maybe they did go in there with a plan to manufacture Canelo. But I think that Canelo has overcome the odds of being a manufactured fighter at this point. The reason why is because he's reached an undisputed status. He's also moved up and fought Bivol, which I don't think a manufactured champ would have, a manufactured fighter would have even taken that risk. I think he's taken a few risks out there that would take him out of the manufactured category. At one point, I do believe that maybe they were trying to manufacture him. But I do believe that he's actually, stepped outside of that status at this time. Now, I think what Coach would like to see is which we didn't get a chance to ask him, but he probably would like to see Canelo fight somebody like a David Benavidez or Morrell and, just show and prove where his status is at as an undisputed champion. So the expectation is going to be higher for Canelo, because they're saying that he's the face of boxing and the cash cow. So Coach, an old school, who you could tell is an old school fight fan, has a higher expectation for Canelo. That's all it is.
Right.
For me, he's outside of I wouldn't call him manufactured at this point. That's just for me. I'm not going to argue with another old schooler about their take, though.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, and it's all subjective, like you always say. But yeah, so. My thing is, blood, is this. There's a lot of fighters out there that just haven't fought each other. Like, bro, just like for the life of me, you got Jamal Charlo. He's been boxing for 16 years. Well, really 14, because he's been inactive for over 2 years. Jamal Charlo started boxing in 2007. Jamal Charlo started boxing in 2008. So he's been boxing 15 years. Jamal been boxing 16 years. And I'm just saying, for me, there's no way that any fighter should be boxing that long that's considered a top guy, and you haven't unified a division, or you haven't fought all of the top guys in your division. You've been in the game all these years. And for me, that's always been my argument for Demetrius Andrade. I'm like, man, blood, I got to read the super chats. I'm like, I know a lot of people love Demetrius Andrade, and they say, man, he ain't fight nobody. And they saying he's a great fighter. Canelo's been ducking him and stuff like that. And Canelo has openly said that, he ain't fighting the dude. He's a, he's a horrible fighter, this and that. Fine. He's on record saying that. I don't think no one can deny that.
Right.
But my thing is, Canelo is one fighter. So for me, blood, the 15 years that Andrade has been pro, I can't tell you one big name that he's fought. You get what I'm saying? So he haven't fought any of the Charlos. He haven't fought a Benavidez. He haven't fought a Caleb Plant. He haven't fought like just any of those guys who may consider good in that division. So my question is, okay, I get your argument with Canelo. Canelo didn't want to fight the man. I get that, right? I can't argue with you with that. But what's his excuse for not landing any fights in his 15-year career? Like for me, blood, how does that happen? And I hear people say, well, everybody ducking him. So, I mean, he might be one of the most ducked fighters, one of them in the modern era. I ain't going to say the history of boxing, but I just say in the modern era.
I think a lot of it has to do with him, Coach,
yeah,
because he couldn't close on none of these fights. So a lot of it has to do with Demetrius Andrade, which I one time pointed out how Henry Armstrong. One time I took Demetrius Andrade and we don't even know if it's Andrade or Andre. One time
Andre, yeah.
I heard Teddy Atlas in one sentence call him Andre and Andrade in a sentence. So we don't even know what his name is for sure. But Henry Armstrong in 1 year had more fights than this guy had like at the time I did it, he had been fighting like 13 years or something like that. So, this guy is just one of those guys who was branding. He was always looking for the best opportunity, high, low risk, high reward opportunities and things like that. And it's guys like that who stink up the network deals, right? With their personalities. They stink up. How many networks has Andre been on? He was at the Zone one time, and he's been some everywhere. He's
before that. That's a great question. I want to say he was over there with. Was he over there with the PBC? No, I don't. I thought he was over there at one point, but it's been so long. But you know what, Blood? That's a good question. I really don't know. Maybe the people in the chat know. I don't know how many networks Andrade. I don't know where he was at before he went to the Zone. I don't know. I don't know where he went to the Zone.
And I don't hold no expectation on Canelo to fight him. I really don't, because I think that he's sold himself short and been an underachiever. So I'm not going to hold Canelo to fight underachievers and things like that.
Mm. All right, we got more super chats. Shout out to Tyrese. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said Thurman versus Porter should be a rematch. Meanwhile, we get wilder rematches versus Taverne and Ortiz. Say PBC going to Tyler Perry Network. Oh, Tyler Perry. Shout out to JRG. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said even if you're a manufacturer, you still have to fight the fights. You know what? But if you're a manufacturer, yeah, you're right about that for the fans. Carla, hold on. You're right about that for the fans, JRG. If you want to get eyeballs and make people interested in seeing you, you're going to have to fight those fights. Absolutely. Shout out to Edie Usman. For dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy. He said people criticize Canelo the hell, but I see Jamal, Ormel, Andrade, and Benavidez scared to beat the men that beat the man, and that's Bivol at 175. Okay, I see what you're saying. Shout out to Joe Kwan for dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, okay, so how much of it is sports and how much of it is entertainment? I mean, that's a good question. It's sports entertainment. It's a sport, but it's an entertainment element involved in it as well, But I get exactly what you're saying. Shout out to Swift 718 for dropping that $2 super chat. He said the Charlos also blackballed Andrade. Yeah, I remember that. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York, talk to me.
Hey, Coach, how you doing? What's up, Blood?
What's up, my brother?
Coach,
what's up? How you doing there?
Hey, what's happening, bro? All right. Listen, two people asked me about this question I have for you in the chat. I mean, it's about the Boom Boom Mancini versus King fight. I remember like it was yesterday, 1982, correct?
Yes, sir, 1982.
But my question to you is this. Is that the fight that changed boxing from 15 to 12 rounds for safety reasons?
Yes.
What year that was they changed that, Blood? Was that what year that was they changed that?
1982 or 83. Maybe yeah, around 83, I believe.
It's early 90s for sure. Yeah. And another thing, Blood, I thought it was Terry Norris that did this to Simon Brown, the rematch, and I don't want to look it up, but who was it that slapped Simon Brown? The fight that he's on the canvas throwing punches? I forgot, bro.
Oh, no, that was Vincent Pettaway.
Who was that?
That was Pettaway.
Oh, yeah. All right, just got started. All right, cool. Yeah. Another thing, yes, Coach, man, listen, bro, I respect you, bro. Appreciate you guys. You guys doing awesome work. And I'm going to tell you, Coach, salute to everyone in the chat. I advise everyone to pay attention to you guys. There were two of you, man, are teaching us great stuff. We're learning boxing history today. Be included. Thank you, Coach. That's all I got, bro. Appreciate you.
Shout out to Jamie, man.
Peace out to you, brother.
New York, stand up. Hey, Blood. You know what fight I was watching? I was looking at. Remember when you gave me the magazines? I've been looking at the Ring magazines. I've been reading.
Yes,
them,
sir.
And I read it from time to time. I was thinking about the fight with what is it, Muhammad Hamshaw versus Marvin Hagler. And I think Hagler, I think that was Hagler third or fourth time defending he was the undisputed champion. And that was a hell of a fight. I want to say Hagler stopped him in the 10th or 11th round. His corner just threw the towel in, and bro, that was a. I'm like, man, the toughness of this dude, and
Hamsho was a tough cookie, bro.
Yeah,
he was a really tough. He was a really strong fighter. He had beat a lot of people, man. He was like, I think he might have only had one loss. They fought twice, and the second time Hagler stopped him in the 3rd round. In the first fight, he stopped him in 11 rounds. But Hamsho was really a tough guy. He beat a lot of people. He upset a lot of people coming up in the 1970s. A lot of people don't. He even beat Bobby Ches, man. He took Bobby Ches's oath from him. So he beat a lot of he beat guys like Wilfred Benitez.
Yeah.
Hamsho was just a real tough guy. Beat Alan Minter, Rudy Robles, Wilfred Scipion. He beat all kinds of guys, man. Hamsho was a very tough guy, and he was arrogant too. Hagler didn't like him because he said, I'm going to wipe that smirk off his face. Because you know how Hamsho, he always had a little smirk on his face. And Hagler said, I'm going to wipe that smirk off his face.
Hagler, I say, hey, you know what? Oh, hold on, Blow. We got another call. Hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Marco. I'm from Mexicali, Mexico.
Marco from Mexicali, Mexico.
I want to salute to you guys. Look, I'm calling regarding Shakur and Pitbull. I think you guys are right. Shakur is more famous. The only thing I have a little point there about let's say Frank Martin was offered supposedly, I don't know if it's true, but $1 million, and people got offered $300,000 for the same fight with Shakur. That's the only problem I have there. I think Pitbull has more numbers than Frank Martin, so that's a point that I want to take on there. But I don't know if it's true. If it's Frank Martin has had a $1 million offer and Pitbull $300,000. That's the only thing I cannot prove that. So I'm just saying about that. Maybe people said fuck no because I'm getting $500,000 without fighting with other fighters. So that's the only point I want to say about that. I think it's really important to take that as a note because it will take a more far away decision for us. Like, I think the people should know more information about a boxer saying no to another boxer, not because he's afraid, maybe because the purse is not there. That's why sometimes people don't take up that challenge, That's the point I want to say about that. I don't know what's your answer about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I watch you guys a lot. I watch you.
No, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the purses were for either of those guys. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's like you said earlier, man. Like you can't really prove it, right? Then we don't really know what these guys are
exactly.
We don't know what they're being offered.
Okay.
So
yeah, but
go ahead.
Exactly. Exactly. The point is, sometimes people say, listen, I don't think no boxer is afraid of anyone. I think you probably, to me, understand this is maybe you're afraid of the purse, not of the person of the boxer you're going to confront because every boxer, they train and fight to fight anybody. But I think most likely for me, as a person, a boxer or the managers or whatever are more afraid of the purse.
All right, I got you. Shout out to Marco from Mexicali, Mexico.
Shout out to you, bro.
I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about a Hagler, man, and I'm like, this what pissed me off. They was comparing. In the lightweight division, they said these are the new four kings.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous right there. That was extremely
the propaganda. They said the four kings were Tank Davis, Devin Haney. Who it was? Did it have Ryan Garcia on there? Ryan Garcia.
No. I don't think he was. I think it was Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. No,
Shakur wasn't there yet. He wasn't there yet.
No, he wasn't there. It was Teofimo Lopez was there.
It was Ryan Garcia. The four keys. And see, this what pisses me off. Okay, whatever flim flam, tomfoolery y'all want to run, fine, you can run that. But it's like they try to shit on the old school. Yeah, man, that's old school. Don't nobody do that no more. And that's how it was back then. It's like they shit on the old school, but then they want to compare their fighters to the old school fighters. Like, yeah, we the new Four Kings. Wait, so you shitting on old school criteria back and saying don't nobody do that no more in one breath, but yet you're comparing yourself to the old school fighters in another breath without doing the things that the Haglers, the Hearns, the Durans, the doggone what's my name there? Rafael Benitez, doggone what's my name?
Booger Ray Leonard, Thomas
Salvador
Hearn.
Sanchez, doggone, without doing the things that they did in order to become the names that they are now. You want to diss them in one breath, but then compare yourself to them. Yeah, we the new Four Kings in another breath, but you ain't doing none of the shit that the guys did in order to become the Four Kings.
That's right. That's fact.
That's the problem I have, blood. That's the problem I have.
Yep.
Let me get the super chats out the way. Shout out to Dirty Red. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said PBC could probably promote better and be successful if Floyd big head ass would stop stealing the shine from his young prospects due to his ego. Hey, blood, what do you think about that? Did you see that video?
I don't watch Floyd Mayweather.
Let me tell you what happened. Okay. Floyd Mayweather have a young fighter. He looked like Tank Davis. He's kind of like a Tank Davis.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, Little Tank, they call him.
Yeah, he's a Tank Davis lookalike. He had a fight on the undercard of Canelo. He wasn't on the televised part of it though, right? And he, Floyd so it was his turn to get asked questions by the media and stuff like that. Floyd Mayweather and Booger Ray Leonard was there. And Floyd came to the microphone. Like I said before, when I don't show up to the fights, you guys say that I'm not supporting my fighters, and when I show up to the fights, you guys say that I want to take all the spotlight. So I'm not going to say anything. I'm gonna let Leonard, come here, Leonard, yes, Floyd, yes, Leonard, come here, Leonard, come here, yes, Floyd. I want you to make the introduction. So Booger Ray Leonard came on the podium. He had on an all black suit with a hat on, like this nigga was going to a goddamn funeral, and some shades. Look, got that Snow White ass beard. I would like to introduce, we have our new fighter, our new signee, Mayweather Promotions, new signee, yada, yada, yada. So he was passing the microphone to the kid to speak. Goddamn Floyd took the mic. Like I said before, yes, I broke all of the records. What Canelo did tonight, I've been there, done that. I broke the live gate records, pay-per-views, I did that. I made the most money in boxing, I did that. I just bought me a brand new Rolex watch. This is my 100 Rolex watch. I got this from the Prince of Saudi Arabia. He gave it to me. He gave it to me. Also, I bought a new Mercedes Benz. It's a new Benz. It's a 2027 Mercedes Benz. On solid gold. It hasn't came out yet. I'm the only one to have it. I'm like I said before. And Leonard has done a hell of a job. Literally, blood. He took the mic from Leonard Ellaby and he talked. It was supposed to be an interview of his fighter. Don't you know that man didn't get a chance to talk? That man about to talk about 2-3 minutes.
That's my man. I can't stand that guy, man. I can't stand Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellaby. I don't listen to them. If I see them come to the booth, man, I go to the other channel. I turn it off right away, man. Hey, and I heard something about Floyd Mayweather coming back with some exhibition, and somebody said he was trying to steal Devin Haney's moment or something. Like, ain't nobody watching no Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis anyway. I ain't watching neither one of them, so it don't really matter to me.
Floyd doing the pay-per-view the same day as Regis Prograis and Devin Haney?
Yeah. Like somebody really care about Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. Don't nobody care about that fight. That's why Floyd doing the pay-per-view the same day. Shit.
I think Floyd. Those are gonna be two different audiences, anyways. Like Floyd, I think Floyd exhibition audience. That ain't a boxing crowd. I mean, it might be the diehard Flomos because you still got some diehard Flomos out there now.
Yeah, they still out there, man.
hey, shout out to Real Dude Uprising, dropping that $2 super chat. He said, Coach, you're right. Canelo was bubble wrap early on. Oh, you talking about Coach Eddie? That's what you talking about, Coach Eddie. Shout out to Nessa Ramirez. For dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, how was Andrade the most avoided fighter when he ducked Jamel at week of the fight, ducked Janet Beck twice, and ducked Zach Parker? And you make a valid point. You make a valid point right there, fam. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always a counter argument when it comes to Demetrius Andrade. Always a counter argument when it comes to him. Caller, hold on. Shout out to Swift 718. Hey, okay. We're dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, I think the real translation of Leonard, Coach Calvin, is we can't afford Tank versus other top fighters. You know, I mean, they can afford it. They probably can afford it, but they just ain't gonna make it. That's not their blueprint, you know. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Man, what's up, Coach? It's inevitable. It's D-Block, D-Town, D.C., D-Ville, Baltimore. Facts!
D-Block, talk to me.
Man, you know what? I'm going to keep it like this, and I'm going to keep it so simple because I'm so happy right now. You know, I am the happiest hater of all time, knowing that Showtime, after the Weasel talked all that shit about competition with HBO, that they were better than HBO, that they were happy to a certain degree that HBO went out of business. Let me tell you something about HBO, motherfuckers. HBO was the greatest boxing event every time for a pay-per-view event. They made me get out my seat and go get me some food and go get everybody around and let's go see a great fight because we had great commentary. We had everything great about HBO. HBO was a history of boxing. They made what we believed, what we loved, what we saw. They gave a great commitment. It wasn't about fucking like a weasel, like the way Showtime was with Espinosa, always talking this shit and all this, like he's the CEO, always out there putting his face out there. I'm glad they're putting their asses out to the streets. You know what I mean, Coach? I'm glad because when HBO went out, I was a sad little pup, Coach. I was sad, and I was pissed off knowing that Showtime was still on track. But guess what? Like I said, Coach, with Tank Davis, karma always comes back. No matter what you do, you did this shit to my boy Ryan Garcia. You drained him. You make him look silly in the ring. But guess what, homie? Now that your team and Floyd Mayweather, all of y'all, now competition is coming. And guess what? You can't hide no more. You can't hide behind Espinosa and Showtime no more. It's over. Now you're really going to get your ass worked. But Mr. Shakur Stevenson, Mr. Haney, your asses have to grab somewhere to be at because at the end of the day, you know you got to fight somebody. And ain't nobody paying you no more quick-ass money to fight bums. And that's all I got to say with that. And that's fact. D-Block, D-Town, D.C., D-Ville, Baltimore, stand up.
You know what? You know what, Blood? I'm gonna tell you something. I was talking about yesterday.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people say what they want to say about Oscar De La Hoya, but man, let me tell you something. You can say he's Oscar De La Coca. You can say that he wore fishnets, high heels, lipstick, whatever. You can say all of that, right? But one thing you can't say, you cannot criticize his resume. That dude fought everybody. And listen, and I wasn't even crazy about Oscar De La Hoya like that when he was the Golden Boy. I wasn't. But Oscar De La Hoya, he fought people in their prime, and he didn't duck nobody. Like he literally, like he didn't over marinate a fight. You know, now he didn't rematch Pernell Whitaker, of course. He didn't do that. But,
we would like to see that.
Yeah, but you know, we got Oscar De La Hoya turned pro in 2092, came out of 92 Olympics, gold medalist, and then he fought. Right. 7 years later, he fought doggone Trinidad in 99. You know, I think Trinidad was a Don King fighter. You know what I mean? So we don't really get, in today's time, you know, a lot of these fights are like you say, they're just over-marinated. They over-marinated. Like, it was a different era. And what I like to say, Blood, and I think you would agree, the reason why I don't like to compare this era of fighters to the 70s or 80s era of fighters, or even the 90s era of fighters, the criteria was different. In today's time, it's a different criteria.
That's right. The whole layout was different, man.
Yeah.
De La Hoya's a good example, man, because De La Hoya did fight a lot of guys before he fought Trinidad. He fought guys who were known on like Tuesday night fights. And because remember, we didn't have social media back then. So the diehard boxing fans, we knew who Jorge Paez was and Rafael Ruelas and John Molina and Hernandez and guys like that. He'll fight guys like you know, journeyman type fighters like Daryl Tyson. He fought Jesse James Leija, Julio Cesar Chavez, Hector Camacho. He fought him. He fought all kinds of people. Ike Corte, Obakar.
Yep.
You know, so he fought some of the black fighters. Oscar De La Hoya, yeah, we could make fun of him and say that he did cocaine and he wore fishnets. But when he was having to fight in that ring, he took the challenges on, man. He took them on, bro. Point blank period.
I mean, he did, and the thing, and as I said, blood, that's what pissed me off with today. These guys want old school accolades, but don't want to. They want old school accolades without putting in the old school work ethic. Like, nah, man, you can't, nigga, compare me to Sugar Ray. I'm the modern day Sugar Ray. I'm one of the 4 kings. How you one of the 4 kings? You ain't like you got who you fought? Like who you fought, dog? My nigga. I'm just saying, dog. I'm popping on Instagram though. I'm litty. I got clout on social media, nigga. I just like okay. Look, you got a nice watch. I see your pants sagging. Yeah, these designer jeans. These jeans cost $500. I'm like, dude, I could have. Dude, you could have went to J.C. Penney's and got them same pair of jeans, dog. I got some jeans from J.C. Penney's. You could have got look just like that. They won't know the difference. No, nigga, I got ice. And I'm like, man, come on, man. Niggas ain't fighting nobody, man.
Hey, coach, when you be talking this shit, you be jumping up and down like pork chop Willie.
Hey, nigga, hog head cheese. Nigga, hog head cheese covered over there. Yeah, nigga, what's that? Hey, blood. See. I started a promotional company. I don't know if you know this. We got Nick Sack Promotions. In that Nick Sack Promotions, blood, I know you like boxing. You gonna love this right here. Old pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, finna knock one of you what kind of niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want all the smoke, nigga. I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your backing up, nigga. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Hey, blood. Hey, blood. But they throwing Paul. Now the chin is in the air. They gotta work on their defense, blood. The chin is in the air, like Ryan Garcia. But outside of that, it's action packed. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna put the pause in. Hey, you tripped me out with that shit, coach. The 2 damn rabbits, man. You a straight up Florida boy, man. You a straight up Florida boy. That's a damn show, man.
Hey, sorry to Swift 718. We're dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Hold on, we got another call calling in too.
Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, hold on.
2000
Caller, hold on. Swift 718, he said, hey, coach, why you got blood up here? He said, what's this call for Warrington versus Wood? When is Warrington and Wood fighting? Is that on Saturday? I didn't even know they was fighting, fam. I don't know. I'm honestly, I really don't know, fam. I really don't know. Blood, was you aware that Warrington and Wood was fighting each other?
Yeah, I think they're fighting on the zone, man. It's either this weekend or next weekend.
Might be this weekend. Might be this weekend. Might be Saturday. Shit, I don't know,
Josh Warrington versus Lee Wood, right?
Yeah, I gotta go back and see like what how normally when I make a prediction on my fights, I like to see kind of like what they've been doing in training camps. How they've been just stuff like that. How they've been looking. Anybody struggling to make weight, whatever. But everything being fair and up and up. I don't know, man. I probably I probably lean towards Warrington in this fight. Let me go back and I'll make an official prediction. If they fighting Saturday, I'll make my official prediction tomorrow.
I'm pretty sure it's Saturday because they had a press conference.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the press conference, but I saw the headers on that thing. Lee Wood versus Warrington. I don't know, man. Pretty good fight.
Yeah.
I know both guys have lost. I've watched both of these guys fight. I believe they fight over in the zone or something like that.
Yeah,
I've seen them both fight before. I think it's a pretty even matchup, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. I know that what's his name? Wood. He fought that one guy, that Mauricio Lara guy. He fought him
did.
like 2 times in a row.
He did. Yeah.
He lost, and then he came back and won. I would probably go with Warrington in the fight, man.
Hey, Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie from New York 2 times.
Okay, yes. Yo, real quick, man. I'm glad you brought up Floyd Mayweather. I want to share something with you, bro. You know how you like to call him, say he's a narcissist? Bro, this guy got issues for real, man. Supposedly, Saturday, the Canelo fight, Showbiz is there. Okay? He dropped this video 2 days ago. And Floyd confronted him, talking about he's the best fighter to ever live. Supposedly, Showbiz told him, no, you're not. Sugar Ray Robinson is. Floyd did not like the answer, called him a clown or a fake, something like that, and walked off. This guy, bro, it's all about him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, why can't you accept that you're not the best, man? You're not. You didn't put in the work like those guys did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I just wanted to share that with you, man. This guy got issues, bro. And I'm going to tell you, Coach, another thing, that video, bro, with the rabbit, those motherfuckers throw down, bro. They don't play. I love that video, man. That's my favorite, bro. For real. That's my favorite. All right, Cole. That's all I got, brother.
All right,
shout
out to Jamie, man. New York, stand up. You know, I tell people this time and time again, Blood. I say, man, I was a huge fan of Pretty Boy Floyd. I say, but I'm not a fan of Money Mayweather. I've never been a fan of Money Mayweather. I get it. I get the moniker, you know, but it's like, dude, you're retired now. It's over for you. You made your money. You have your cars. You have your girls you pay for. You have, you know, your watches. You got all of that. It's over. Now it's some other dude. Like, you're not a boxer anymore. You 46 years old. You 3 years younger than me, right? Listen, why is it so important for you? Every chance you get, I have I got the world's most expensive watch. Do you know that? Yes, Floyd, you told me that 20 times already. Do you know that I own a skyscraper? I have a skyscraper in New York? Yes, Floyd, you told me that. Oh yeah, do you know that I have 15 private jets? 15 private jets with 15 mansions. That's at a helipad, and I got some helicopters on the helipad. Yes, Floyd, you told me that 20 times. Do you know that Booger Ray Leonard used to give me massages in between rounds and rub my nipples? Yes, Floyd, we have videos of him rubbing your nipples, giving you massages. You know what? You's a hater. You know, you don't know shit about boxing. Floyd, why are you saying that? Because you're not praising me the way I feel like I should be praised. Floyd, listen, man. Okay, we got a term in Florida, guys, that we use. You guys may not be familiar with this. I know if you're from New York, you niggas gonna say pause. I get it. But we say, look, man, we don't pull no other nigga dick. All that dick pulling, dog, we ain't finna be pulling your dick, dog. That's an old school saying what we say in Florida. Pulling your dick means somebody gonna be, riding your job, boosting your ego up, being a yes man for you. We don't do that here. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, dog, look here, dog. Look here, dog. Look here. You know what I mean? Like, my nigga, I ain't finna pull your dick, dog. Like, right now, dog, all that. I know you got the watches. I know you got Dolce & Gabbana. I know you got Gucci. I know you got a car lot at your house. I understand all of that. What does that have to do? What does that have to do with your fighter fighting the top competition?
Floyd Mayweather is always trying to sell himself like a used car salesman. It's number one, it's the fans who determine who are the best, and everyone has a different opinion. I wouldn't put him in there with Sugar Ray Robinson. It's a different era. Sugar Ray Robinson has a record of 173 fights with 19 losses, right? That's a big time record over several years. I wouldn't put him in there with Henry Armstrong. Wouldn't put him in there with the white boy Willie Pep. Wouldn't put him in there with Roberto Duran. I wouldn't put him in there with several fighters. Benny Leonard. I put Benny Leonard ahead of him. I put all kinds. Harry Greb, Joe Gans, Barbados Joe Walcott, Sam Langford. There's so many of these guys. Archie Moore. I wouldn't put him in with none of these guys. Mickey Walker, I put ahead of him. Julio Cesar Chavez. I'll put it. Stanley Ketchel. I'll put him ahead. Barney Ross. There's all kind of fighters. Tony Canzoneri. I'll put him in there. Like, when I rate Floyd Mayweather, I rate him during the last 20 to 30, maybe even the 50 years, just to be fair. in the last 50 years, he's a top 20 type fighter for me. And that's just in the last 50 years. That's how I have him.
Yeah, so you know, I don't want to be talking about Floyd too tough, but I mean that's just who he is. Like, dude, like you don't see any other fighter, any other retired fighter that's talking like this. Like, dude, you retired. It's over. You had your run. Like, my nigga, like I want to introduce my fighter. I don't even know his fighter's name. Do anybody know his fighter's name? And I don't know who y'all drop it in the chat.
I know him as Little Tank. Little Tank.
It's
always gonna be Little Tank because that's all I can remember.
Yeah, he looked like Tank. He kind of looked like Tank a little bit. Floyd found another light-skinned fighter who looked same complexion as Tank. They about the same height, and I'm like, yeah, like I said before, this is my fighter right here. He's gonna be a future world champion. And he said something about that dude for like 7 seconds. And the next 45 to 50 minutes, he took the whole press conference over, bro. And Carmel, is his name Carmel, blood? And he took the whole press conference over, and all he did was brag about himself. My nigga, we heard this story already, dog. Hold on. Dog, we know you're rich. We know you broke live great records. We know you broke pay-per-view records. We know Al Heyman is like a father to you. We know you got ice. We know you got diamonds. We know you got 75 Rolexes. We know you're flying around the world in private jets. You tell this story every day, 7 days a week, 12 months a year, 365. We get it. Dude, you is an attention whore.
Big time.
You 46 years old, nigga. You 3 years younger than me. You pushing 50. Let these young niggas do their thing. Let the Tank Davises and Shakurs and the Haneys and the Keyshawn Davises, and let these young niggas do their thing now, man. You had your run. You still got your money, whatever. Anyways. Carter, what's your name when you calling from?
What's up, Coach? It's Easy out here in Dallas.
Easy in Dallas. Talk to me, fam.
No, I was just wondering, if you really look at the PBC, they don't really have no structure, like as far as like building fighters. Because I don't really know any young fighters that they've actually built, except that one dude, Errol Spence, I think. And I think he just got beat up. But, I don't know what they're gonna do, and most of their top stars are already getting old. So, who else they got left? Tank.
Yeah, they got Tank. I mean, Wilder was a top star. Spence was a top star. Do you still want to consider?
Almost on their way out, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, not Tank, but I mean, you got Keith Thurman. He still think he's a top star. Somebody need to tell Tank. I mean, not Tank. Somebody need to tell Keith Thurman that, dog, you ain't popping no more, my nigga. Like, you went out with the Jerry curl. You get what I'm saying? You went out. You listen. You went out with parachute pants, and and a Michael Jackson jacket. Remember that? The Michael Jackson jacket with all the zippers on it. Dog, you.
That's fucked up, Coach.
Yeah, no, time been going on you. Like, so you coming here talking like, yeah, nigga, I'm keep one time Thurman, one time. Dog, like, my nigga, we don't even fuck with you down here no more, man. You shitted on us in Florida. That's one. Once you became unified champion, you went on a goddamn vacation. Like we used to love Keith Thurman. You better not dump me, son. Like, I missed that Keith Thurman, right? But you don't have 3 fights in 6 years, and you still running around like you 1988 Bobby Brown. No, my nigga, it's over with. You ain't, nigga, you 2023 version of Bobby Brown now. He can't sing no more. He don't gain a lot of weight. He really can't dance no more. He talking like he Bobby Brown don't be on the Don't Be Cruel album. Every little step I take, you know what I mean? On our own, Tenderoni, I want to rock with you. No, my
Come
nigga,
on, you don't have to
with.
put him to 2023. At least give him humping around.
No,
At least give him humping around, Bobby Brown. You can't give him that?
No, I can't even give him that, blood. It's over, man. It's over. It's over. Hey, blood. That nigga running around here, man. He running around here, man, like he doggone like he hot shit or something. Like, dog, man, it's over with, dog. Like, you can walk down the street. Put it this way. I listen, blood. I don't know how true this is now, but if I went in the bet, me and doggone Keith Thurman can walk down the street right now, and I'll probably have more people walk up to me and say something to me before they say something to Keith Thurman.
True.
It's over with. It's over with. Hey, shout out to Easy, man.
Coach, let me ask you something real quick on that. Cause I didn't get through on that Charlo Canelo fight. You think really Canelo's cardio was up that good, or you think it was just because he was getting no resistance?
I mean, Canelo did.
He didn't really have nothing coming back, so
yeah, Canelo
he
did
didn't really get tired like he usually do.
Yeah, he did train in a high altitude, but he didn't have any resistance. So I mean, when you gotta,
so that's what I was thinking. You can't really tell if it helped or anything because he didn't really have nothing coming back to him. So it was just like a little like workout trip.
I mean, he shit. That was a sparring session, I guess. Canelo. Jamel Charlo hit him a couple of times, but that's about it. He was basically chasing the nigga all night long.
Yeah. No, I was wondering because I know you was into working out, so I didn't know, because he didn't get no resistance, or did he really look good? But appreciate it.
No, he ain't getting no resistance. All right, shout out to Easy, man. Dallas, stand up. Yeah, I can't really. Blood, I can't really tell. Let me get the super chat out of the way, blood. Shout out to Captain Chaos. For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy. He said everything the LDBC associates himself with turn to shit. He said Wilder, Fulton, Spence, the PBC. He said, yo, Devin, stay away from them dudes. It's witches. He said them dudes is witches. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I do say that. Anything them niggas associate with, boy, y'all better pick the total opposite. But the reason why I say that, Captain Chaos, is because these guys make picks that's not based on a boxing criteria. They make picks based on everything other than boxing. They make picks based on, well, his daddy gave us an interview, so we gonna ride with him. They make picks on, when you know he FBA or he black, he one of us, we gotta ride with him. And I'm like, dude, what does that have to do with his defense? What does that have to do, with establishing the jab? What does that have to do with his footwork? What does that have to do with his hand-eye coordination? What does that have to do with his ring IQ? What does that have to do with his reflexes, his timing? Oh, he ain't got nothing to do with that. But his daddy gave us an interview and he black. That's all we need to know. And I'm like, dude, this is the problem. This is why every time you niggas be picking shit, y'all be losing. And then when the shit you pick go in like good golf gas, it's like y'all be surprised. Like, damn, how Crawford was able to beat Spence like that? He was an eye collector. He broke Ugas' ribs. Dude, you do know that Ugas was a C+ fighter? Like Ugas wasn't nobody. They were talking like Ugas was doggone Gorilla Monsoon or the Ultimate Warrior. Or you get what I'm saying? Or he was motherfucking Hulk Hogan or Ravishing Rick Rude or you know what I mean? Or Sid Vicious. They talking like nigga Ugas was a C-class fighter, bro. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. They be hyping these tomato cans up. They be hyping these niggas up. Yeah, nigga, he beat Daddy. Nigga, Daddy Garcia. I'm like, come on, man. They be hyping these niggas up. And then this is the thing. Listen, and then you have people like a Danny Garcia, you have Keith Thurman, you have Ugas or whatever. You have niggas running around holler about they're a star. I even heard Eastside Cruz talking about, well, his people, he's a star. I heard Calvin Ford in an interview. Right when Tank had on TKO Rolling Romero, they had interview, and of course they broke the Barclays record. They broke the Barclays record with Tank fighting Rolling Romero. With Rolling Romero. We talking about coloring book and crayons Rolling Romero. They broke the Barclays record. Calvin Ford outside, shout out to Calvin. He said, I think it was Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack was outside interviewing him. Hey, Calvin, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Ellie, what's going on, Ellie? Yeah, man, that was a great fight, man. Tank is just on another level. Did you see how he knocked Rolly out? Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, Tank, man, youngin, he that dude, man. Now they talking DC, now they talking B-more. He that dude. He that dude. You know that, right? Yeah, I know that dude. He said, who you want him to fight next? You know what? You know who I want next? I ain't making this up. Go back and look at it. Calvin Ford got interviewed by Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack at the post-fight interview outside the Barclays Center. He said, you know what? You know who we want? We want Eastside Cruz because we made him a star. You can't make this shit up. True.
Because they made him a star.
Bruh, I'm he said because we made him a star. I'm like, made him a star? Well, where Eastside Cruz a star at? Like, where?
Boy, they better stack that undercard like they did on Night of the Rematches. They better give us all the rematches. They gonna do that, Coach.
Man, we want him again because we made him a star. Motherfucking star.
Crazy, I don't know who these guys be talking to. They can talk to Ellisette back them like that because we ain't trying to hear none of that.
I'm like, listen, I'm trying to tell you, man, some of these jobs, man, some of these jobs come with knee pads, doggone baby oil, cocoa butter, and KY jelly. Some of these niggas, boy, you be surprised, dog. I'm telling you, I be hearing some strange things out here in the field. I'm telling you, you be shocked. You've been doing this shit a long time. Blood, man. So hopefully we had a phenomenal, in my opinion, we had a great year this year with the fights. PBC been putting, Showtime been putting on. I do think that this kind of caught people by surprise. So HBO, remember they went out of boxing. It just came out of nowhere. We don't know exactly. We'll see what goes on later on down the line. I do read a lot of Bloomberg. I do read a lot of Yahoo Finance. I do keep up with Paramount Global. The company that owns Showtime. So we'll see exactly where it goes at from here. Do you think? But in order to get the fans back excited again, we have a bunch of fighters over there at the PBC. I heard they had like 300 fighters. Danny Garcia, I'm hearing he's supposed to be fighting Laura. I don't know if I'm hearing it's supposed to be at a catchweight, and I don't know if it's on pay-per-view. But anything Danny Garcia do, it's not pay-per-view. And I think, and I think, Blood, that's what killed them at the end of the day. When you put on so many non-pay-per-view fights. Like, every fighter is not a pay-per-view fighter. I remember pay-per-view, Blood, was reserved for the big fights, the big attractions. Now, hell, I can fight my daughter dog Cookie. I can fight Cookie. I know you remember Cookie on Blood. I can fight Cookie right now, and they're gonna. I could be a PBC fighter, fight Cookie, and they're gonna put it on pay-per-view. I got a decent enough talk game. I might can settle it a little bit. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, dog, like you
better have pork chop Willie and hog head cheese as the main event, man.
Hey, listen, Blood, and to get the Mexican fan base, I got my homeboy Chico Stick. So I got Chico Stick for the Mexican fan base. I got the Mexican fans covered. I got Chico Stick. So, Chico Stick, hog head cheese, Hobo Sam, salted big nuts, pork chop Willie, listen, hippity and hoppity. So, we got some stars over here. We got some stars over here. Blood, so do you foresee, like, okay, best case scenario, what would you hope for going forward with with just boxing in general?
You know what? I don't want to see the PBC go out of business. I don't want to see the Zone go out of business. I don't want to see Golden Boy go out of business because all of these guys represent for boxing. I just want to see them put on better matches, better fights. Stop trying to fool the public. Match the best up against the best, man. Give the network something to sell, man, to the people. Right. Because the networks, they're going to replace these guys if they don't do that. I mean, there's better things they could put on TV that people are more interested in, man. And fights like Erislandy Lord, Danny Garcia, or Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis, those are fights that you stack cards with. Right. You stack a main event with those type of fights. So they need to reserve those fights and use those fights all in one card. Put all those guys together, get your top stars, and stack the cards like they did back in the day.
Yeah,
whenever you can have an event, that's what Dana White does. When Dana White has an event, he stacks his card with all kind of champions and all kind of stuff. Don't nobody want to see Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney, and then we see a bunch of flyweights as the undercards and all kinds of stuff, because that's what they've been doing, man. The event, not only has the fight been shitty, but the events have been shitty altogether. The whole card is trash sometimes. We actually have. Go ahead.
I know no issue that I have. Listen, the Devin Haney Regis Prograis fight, I'm not gonna lie, man. That the promo is fire. I don't know how great the fight is going to be. Carla, hold on. But I do want to see the fight, but I don't think it's a pay-per-view fight. No. It shouldn't be on pay-per-view. That's not a pay-per-view fight. I think that's the only issue that I have with that. Carla, what's your name when you calling from?
This is Blacktastic. What's up, Coach?
What you say? What your name is? Blacktastic?
Yeah, man, it's Mr. Fantastic, man. What's up, man?
What's going on with you, brother?
Coach, you got to give us a break on the rabbits, man. Every time you show that clip, man, I fall apart, man. I started sending clips of your show, man, to my people who don't even like boxing. And they like, where you find this dude at, man? This dude is hilarious, man. They texted me back gooch grease and all the other stuff you been saying, man. You coining phrases, man. Can't stop laughing,
man. Hey, bro, you know what? Hey, Gooch Grease, bro, I couldn't believe it, bro. I gotta say, I got a bookmark, right? And I said, you know, a lot of these niggas suffer from Gooch Grease. Blood, you probably don't know what Gooch Grease is. That's some real shit, though. It's some shit that a reporter gave out in Texas, right? They had a whole show on it. Some famous reporter in Texas, a black dude, Gooch Grease. It's disgusting, but it's something that men suffer from, apparently. And I don't know no men who suffer from it, and I don't think nobody on this phone knowing about who suffer from it. But Gooch Grease is for unsanitary men who don't clean themselves very well, you know, in the crotch area. And I just say that, I give you the sanitized version. And these niggas is wearing maxi pads because they suffer from Gooch Grease. You can't make this shit up. These the type of niggas that's online sending you gun emojis. Niggas wearing maxi pads, suffering from Gooch Grease, talking about drop the addy. They got shooters. That you better not come to the fight. We gonna pull up. A nigga with Gooch Grease ain't gonna whoop me. I don't give a damn. Nigga wearing a maxi pad. Niggas wearing maxi. That's what's going on online, dog. Anyway,
yeah, man. You can love it. Coach me a Netflix special. For real.
Hey, if I get a Netflix special, I'm bringing my dog Blood with me. Cause we gonna talk some shit. Yeah. You know, I can Blood. We gonna talk this boxing shit. Like, yeah, these old Gooch Grease ass niggas holler about what the fuck they gonna do. Nigga, you ain't gonna do shit. Hey, listen, Black Tastic, man, salute to you, fam. Hey, where you calling from, brother?
Hey, man, I'm calling from ATL, man.
From the ATL, man.
ATL.
Hey, salute to you, my brother.
Look, man.
Go ahead.
Hey, salute to you, man. I watch your program as faithfully as I can, man. You the best platform for boxing on the internet, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I just want to say this, man. Man, you know, one of the areas I think the PBC messed up is they overpaid the fighters, and when the fighters get too rich, they start to rest on their riches, and they're not as hungry anymore. I mean, Devin Haney owned more fake jewelry than the Home Shopping Network. You know?
Hey, Dev got ice now. Dev got some ice now.
Yeah, I got the same ice in my ice trays in my freezer, man. And I ain't paid nothing for it. But I'm just saying, man. And then you like, I remember back in the day, man, because I'm just a couple years older than you. There was a time when people were so excited about boxing, they had it on closed circuit TV. You had to go to the movie theater, big time fight. Man, folks would be lined up outside the theater, man, to see these fights. But then we also got regular fights on other cable networks that people could access easily. Like we had Friday night fights, we had USA Boxing, ESPN put stuff on, and that's how people got to know the fighters, which helped market the sport. That was turned, you know, people like Hagler, Leonard, Hearns, all these guys into the legends that they are because more people knew who they were, man. But nowadays, man, after I'm gonna call it the Floyd Mayweather era, you know, Floyd was fighting twice a year. You know, Cinco de Mayo and Mexican Independence Day. And now every fighter wants to imitate that blueprint, but they're not building their resume. We all know that a fighter has to first, you know, fight some fights, you know, some credible people to build themselves up. But once you build yourself up and there are other marquee fighters in your weight division that have also built themselves up, if you're not fighting those fighters, man, customers, consumers, and fans are keen to realize that you're starting to look like a hype job. And they're going to start looking differently because we're demanding fights that we're not being given. And they're trying to make it so easy on these fighters, man, to protect their oath and all these other types of things, you know, and help them keep this, you know, rock star or rap star type of reputation that is ruining the sport. And then fans are starting to repeat promoter talking points instead of just being fans and demanding fights, man. And so this is not the kind of boxing, you know, that I remember when I was coming up and when I was a fighter, and then when I was more recently a trainer. it is making me look more at MMA and other types of fights, man, because we're not getting the big fights. Now, this year, we've had several, big fights, which I'm glad to see, but look how long it took them to make these fights, man. Terrence Crawford should have got that Spence fight years ago, man, when it was even hotter. And we ended up seeing a fight that turned out to be a one-way wash.
One-way wash.
Yeah. And then I looked at Spence's resume, man. I've been a fan of Spence since he was an amateur. Now, I remember him before the Olympics. But if you look at his inactivity, you look at Fulton's inactivity, you look at Charlo's inactivity, and now Thurman, the last time Keith Thurman fought, I think Michael Jackson was still in Jackson 5. I think Jermaine is still in the group. It's been so long, man. And so we're not getting a lot of these fights. And be honest with you, the women are fighting a lot more frequently than the men. They're starting to make their sport, more exciting and things of this sort, man. But I just want us to get back to enjoying boxing and for these promoters to stop playing games and for fans to remember you're not getting paid from the fighters, and then for Floyd to stop jumping up like an over emotional choir director who got to interrupt the song, and get in front of all his fighters, man, and tell his testimony. Mm-hmm. No, man, present the fighters, promote good fights, and give the fans what we're asking for, and then people will start being more willing to pay for them. Mm-hmm. I'm not paying another $89 for another what we just, robbery that we just witnessed this past weekend. It's just not worth it.
All right, we got other calls calling in, fam. But salute to you, fam. Thank you for calling the show. I appreciate you. Yes, sir. Hey, Blood. I'm gonna say this before I let you go. I got 2 more points I want to make before I let you go. We got the MMA. Okay, I heard Steven Espinosa on Twitter arguing about the MMA. As a matter of fact, let me get the super chat out of the way before I do that. Shout out to Shad 1419, dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. He said, "I'm glad you brought that up, Coach, because they need to fight Shakur and Devin to make them stars as well, since they have made Pitbull one." I mean, like, bro, I don't know what Pitbull is a star at. I mean, maybe I don't know, maybe in Mexico, maybe I don't know, but I don't hear nobody talking about him. But what I want to say is this here: Steven Espinosa spoke about, yeah, man, boxing, we did $20 million live gates, and UFC, you guys never did that. And you have people online on Twitter arguing about UFC versus boxing, and boxing is doing more money and bigger numbers than UFC, which I think is yes and no. Yes and no meaning certain fighters do good. Like if it's a Canelo fighting, yeah, it's going to do well. If it's Tank fighting Ryan Garcia, yeah. But outside of those guys, and of course who you fight matters, but outside of those guys, it ain't no other fights that I see that's doing better than the UFC in that standpoint. But I'm gonna say one more thing. The reason why it's a fruitless argument, right? Because boxing has been around way longer than UFC. UFC's only been around for 30 years. So you're talking about a 30-year sport versus a sport that's been around for 150 years or more or whatever. Boxing been around since goddamn the gladiator days, back in Rome or whatever. So it's a sport that's been around forever versus a sport that's really a baby in comparison to the time that boxing has been around. So there's really no comparison. You really can't compare. But it doesn't mean that the UFC ain't putting on hell of a fights. Now, you may say, well, those fighters ain't getting paid like what fighters in boxing are getting paid. Okay, I beg to differ. I'm going to tell you well. Yeah, the top fighter in the UFC ain't making the kind of money the top fighter that Canelo making. They have a different business model there. The top fighter in the UFC ain't making what Tank Davis making. They have a different business model. But 95% of boxing, maybe more than that, is blue-collar fighters. We ain't seeing Canelo's fight every goddamn weekend. We ain't seeing Tank Davis's fight every weekend. I'm saying from a popularity, cash cow, whatever you want to call it, standpoint. We're not seeing that every weekend. We're seeing the Lords and the Woods fight each other. The Bam Rodriguez is, Bam versus I forgot the guy, the Bams and the MJs and stuff like that. That's what we're seeing. Now those guys are got decent names in the sport of boxing. They're pretty big in the sport of boxing. Right. But I'm saying we're not seeing Canelo-like fights every goddamn week. Most of the fights we see, they're just average fighters, bro. So the average, and I did my research on this, blood. The average fighter make about anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 a year. That's the average fighter.
Yep.
And
You've been saying it for a while.
And boxing is comprised
Right.
of blue collar fighters.
That's right.
So them dudes ain't making no whole lot of goddamn money. So look at the prices of some of these undercards, blood. Like you're gonna see what Canelo making, this and that. Look at the price of what these fighters making on the undercards. These fighters ain't making no hell of a money. $40,000 here, $50,000 there, $15,000 right here, $10,000 right there. Them dudes ain't making no. So they making it seem like everybody in boxing making millions and that ain't true, bro. That ain't true.
It's just because all of the people in the UFC are under the spotlight more on the events. Whereas on boxing, if you look down on BoxRec and look at the schedule, there's very limited fights even being televised. Most of these fights are happening, and these guys are getting $5,000 and $6,000 and all kinds of stuff. It's a global thing. It's not like the UFC, which is just a fraction of MMA altogether. UFC is the equivalent to for MMA is for PBC is for boxing. It's just a part of MMA. There's Bellator. There's all that kind of stuff, but there's way more fights happening on a global level. If you go down, BoxRec has the most complete schedule. If you go down the schedule, you see all kind of fights happening every day, 20 fights a day. And these guys are getting less than 10,000. They're getting $5,000, $4,000 and all kind, even less than that for the most part. And plus another thing too that I don't like about these Espinosas and them, I'm beginning to question their live gate when they say they break records.
Hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, like I don't really believe all that stuff about the breaking records. We broke the Barclays record. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know if I believe any of that anymore.
Yeah, a lot of that shit, man. A lot of that shit be, we don't.
They lie about pay-per-view numbers. They lie about that shit, man. They have no proof that they broke no record, no attendance record. I don't believe that.
Yeah, but Booger Ray Leonard, man, like anything Booger Ray Leonard say he lying. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? You the last call.
Hey, what's up, Coach? It's D Block 2 times.
D Block 2 times. Talk to me.
I'm gonna tell you like this, Coach. For me, my brothers are into that UFC. I've never been a part of that. I never want to be a part of that. I think the only event that I ever saw that they hyped him up was McGregor versus that guy that was undefeated.
You talking about he retired. He retired. Yeah, he was a bad boy. He retired undefeated. He was a bad boy. Really
so I remember seeing that press conference, and they said to McGregor, I said, how are you going to deal with him? Because he likes to bring people on the ground, and he really don't like to fight people face to face. You know what I mean? And McGregor said, don't worry, I'm doing my thing. I'm going to work that out. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, when he said that, and I saw the press conference, I said, I want to see a fight. Just like with boxing. That's why I love boxing. I love it because UFC will never, ever come close to what boxing is. Because when you're in the ring and you're in there, you fighting intellectually or whichever way, boxing brings it in any way, the drama's going to always be there. But for me, what cut it off for me in that fight with UFC, which I said, okay, let me see if I can get an itch with this. And when I saw that guy put McGregor on the ground, and that's all he did the whole time.
You talking about
majority
Khabib?
Of the time.
You talking about Khabib? Yeah. Khabib.
Yeah. And I said, if I'm like they say, it's a street fight. A street fight. You when you're gonna fight, it's whatever. But I'll tell you, I'll be honest with you, Coach. For me, I've been in street fights, and I've never had to put my toe in somebody's mouth. I've never had to put my butt on somebody's face. I've never had to do any of that. And that's a street fight. For me, I've been in street fights. So when you tell me a man and another man got to take each other down on the ground, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to be a part of that. I want to see you how intellectually, like Canelo and Charlo did this weekend. Who's the man? Mano a mano, face to face. Give me the gloves. Show me how smart you are in there to either knock me out or I ain't going to get knocked out or how good I am with these hands. D-Block, D-Count, D-Ville, long.
Shout out D-Block. Yeah, I totally, that's D-Block's opinion. I mean, that's D Block's opinion, but I totally disagree with that because, to say that the fighters in the UFC, there's no intellectual aspect of UFC fighting is just not true. Because you got to figure some shit out in there. You got many different styles you got to prepare for. You got to prepare for American karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, just many different styles art forms that you got to learn in the UFC. You got to know how to strike. You got to know how to box a little bit. You got to know how to. You got to have a grappling game. It's just a whole lot. It's a whole lot you got to go through. Now again, I agree with him in one aspect. He say for him, UFC is not his cup of tea, and there's nothing wrong with that. UFC ain't for everybody, but for the boxing fan, but for the fans I know who watch UFC, everybody I know who is into UFC, they love it, bro. They love it. They really, really love it. You get what I'm saying? So, and there was nothing intellectual about Jermell Charlo and Canelo. Now, you ain't going to tell me that, yeah, man, like Jermell Charlo and Canelo, I want to see something intellectual. No, you ain't seen that. You saw the motherfucking Wile E. Coyote chasing the Roadrunner. Ain't wasn't that intellectual about that. On your mark, get set, go. And a nigga just running. And then when a nigga get close to him, we gonna hold. We gonna make love. I'm gonna give you some sugar. All right, go. And then we gonna run again. What was intellectual about that? So I totally disagree with that. But Blood, man, shout out to you, my brother. Please let everybody know how they can get in contact with you. Like what channels you want them to follow you on your social media.
Yeah, man. Y'all can follow me on either Blood Boxing or the most important channel, Retro Boxing and Documentaries, baby.
let me drop your link right now. I'm gonna drop it right now. Blood, is there anything else you wanna say, brother? I'm gonna get you back on here next week.
It's been another great discussion with Coach Malachi over here at True Media Today, USA Boxing. And I'll be back whenever Coach wants me to come back. So salute to everybody. One love to everybody. And talk to you later, Coach. Peace, man.
All right, salute. Peace. Blood Boxing, stand up, man. Y'all please go subscribe. I'm going to drop this link right here. Yeah, I'm going to drop. Hey, that's my brother right there, man. Hey, man, Blood right here in Florida with me, man. He came to my house. I got to go. I still haven't been to Gainesville. Like, the man literally like an hour and a half from me. You get what I'm saying? I gotta go see him, so I'll be traveling everywhere. I haven't been anywhere lately, but because of family emergency, but everything fine now. But what I want to do, I gotta go see my brother, man. I gotta go up there and see him. Shout out to hold on, sorry about that. Shout out to Shad 1419. Okay. We're dropping that quarter of a dub on your boy. What you say, fam? You said, you're right, coach. My wife's cousin is a pro boxer, but in between fights, he works as an electrician to make ends meet. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, they make it seem like when they talk about, boxers, boxers make more money than UFC fighters. That ain't true.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You got to weigh the law of averages. They're making it seem like everybody making Canelo money in boxing. Or everybody making millions of dollars in boxing. Everybody making no millions of dollars in boxing. Shit, you listen. You got Canelo, Joshua, Fury, Wilder, Tank, what's my name? Spence, Crawford, Keith Thurman made some millions. The Charlos, man, they'll make them some millions. Whoever the top popular, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney's, Teofimo's, Alexander Usyk. You might have 20 to 30 fighters. Let's just say 30 fighters for argument's sake that's making big time money. Do you know how many fighters it is in boxing? Boxing is a global sport. Do you know how many fighters it is in boxing? If you got 30, let's say you got 30 or even 40 names if you want to, I'm not being generous with that. You know how many fighters it is in boxing, bro? Just in America alone. Look at what them dudes making on those undercards. That tells you the story. Here go Blood Boxing, man. Blood Boxing channel. Oh, let me see. Make sure. Retro. I'm dropping it right now. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Y'all subscribe to Blood, man. My brother Blood. I'm typing it right now. Subscribe. There you go, right there. I just dropped it. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man. This what I want to say. I'm gonna tell you something else too. Anytime you have a fat calf, the fat calf ain't gonna put no work in for you. What makes boxing really good as well is when you have fighters that are hungry. That's what makes it so appealing. When you have a fighter that's a superstar fighter or a star fighter, and he's still hungry, he's fighting tough competition. He's fighting tough competition because he's still hungry. He still has that hunger. What's happening now is you got these new booty fighters that's in this era right here. You know, they done made a couple of $1 million, bought some chains, you know, got a car or two, able to afford some of the finest women that plastic surgery and BBL surgery can buy and stuff like that. And those guys get comfortable. So there's no incentive, there's no hunger to keep fighting, want to be the best. Marvin Hagler worked hard. He made millions of dollars, but he was still fighting like he was broke. And I always tell people this here, right? I get everyone's argument about Canelo. Trust me, I do. I get it like a motherfucker. The only issue I have is this. Can you give me an example of a fighter that you say Canelo is ducking or may have ducked that's doing what he's doing? And I do understand that, hey, man, with Canelo, you know, he's in a position where he can do what he want to do. Well, Tank Davis is in a position that he can do what he want to do as well. There's only a few fighters that can do that, in a position to do what they want to do, pick who they want to fight. And, you know, if a fight happens, it's because he picked you. You get what I'm saying? It ain't but a couple of fighters that I know that can do that today. Only a couple. You know, maybe 5 the most. But the two that jumps out is Tank and Canelo. Now, I'm not putting Tank and Canelo on the same level. Clearly, they're not on the same level. You know what I mean? But you get what I'm saying. So, I get that. But as I said before, the fighters who you argue for, they ain't doing nothing. The fighters that you argue for, they have been boxing for 15, 16 years, some of these guys. And like you literally can't name a big name that they fought. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, and my question is, and I always say this, I say, bro, I really don't know how good this guy really is because I haven't seen him fight these other guys who you guys say is the top guys. If there's an overall consensus that fighter A is a top guy and fighter B is, you get what I'm saying? If there's an overall consensus on that, fighter A is better than fighter B or whatever, but fighter A haven't fought fighter B. As a matter of fact, fighter A haven't fought fighter B, C, D, or E. But he fought fighters F, you know what I mean? He fought fighters G, he fought fighters, you know what I mean? H, he fought fighters I, and you're saying, yeah, he fought those fighters. We know he the best. But what about fighters B, C, and D? He ain't fought those guys. Oh, he don't need to fight no dogs. See, them dudes there, they don't bring nothing to the table. They don't bring nothing to the table. But fighter F and I brought something to FG and I brought something to the table. Yeah, see, you know, H, I, you know, fighters H and I brought something to the table. Yeah, see, they brought something to see what it is. See what happened? Well, we made him a star. What you mean y'all made him a star? Don't nobody know this nigga. True. Like, where he a star at? And then my old school mentality, they sit back and tell me, oh man, don't nobody do that old shit no more because now it's all about popularity. It's all about ice. You got boxing, I can't call these niggas boxing fans. You got boxing fans putting their fighters in the witness protection program. Niggas building barriers for why fights shouldn't happen versus building bridges for why fights should happen. True. You can't make this up.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's
please.
up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello.
Hey man, you know, I just want to be at the podium one day. Hey man, look at here. Look at here, right? Hey man, look at here. Instead of look here, hey man, look at here, right? Hey man, look at here. Check this out. When you gonna fight somebody?
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms, which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
I'm gonna tell you one goddamn thing that I miss. Today's boxing fan, I'm talking about the men, specifically these men. And I don't want to say the old school guys like myself, but these younger men. It could be some of these old crescent niggas too. Because there are some old crescent nigga YouTube channels that use new booty talking points, and they be hiding fighters and all that stuff there too. You know what I mean? But my thing is this here, man. I don't understand putting fighters in the witness protection program. My fighter got more money than your fighter. Sir, why is that of any concern of you how much money he got? My fighter, he more popular than your fighter. Sir, what does that have to do with, can we get these two niggas to fight each other? No, see what it is now. Now, what you got to do now, see, you got to, you ain't earned the right to fight my fighter. Okay, but how come he fighting Poach Out Willie? And this is what I don't like about Booger Ray Leonard. Booger Ray Leonard, these fights got to make sense. Oh my gosh, these fights got to make sense. Oh, coach, oh my gosh. Look here, coach. Nigger, look here, coach. Coach, listen, coach, I'm tired of you trying to make us fight the tough fights. We know what we doing over here. And again, I don't want to leave any names out, but, coach, you're just doing too much. And, it is what it is. And yada, 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 we're not fighting those other guys. They don't bring nothing to the table. Leonard, so Hoghead Cheese, what do he bring to the table? Oh my gosh, Hoghead Cheese, he has a fan base. Let's see, who does he have? He have collard greens, he have hog mogs, he have chitterlings, he have frozen cups, lily dillies, Chico sticks. Yes, Hoghead Cheese, he has a hell of a fan base. Dude, but Hoghead Cheese, are you gonna make this a pay-per-view fight? Oh, of course, absolutely. We're gonna do phenomenal numbers on pay-per-view for this fight. Watch what I tell you. We're gonna do phenomenal numbers. Is the networks gonna release the numbers? Oh, hold on. I don't know about the networks, but wait a minute. Just wait till Dan Raphael say something. Whatever Dan says, I trust him. Whatever he says, just run with that. Leonard, but Dan Raphael is really, really close to you guys, so he's gonna say whatever it is you tell him, right? Oh my gosh, this nigga smart. Yeah, he's close to us. Hold on. Hey, buddy. Hey, Brian Custer. Yes, did you tell Coach? Did you tell this bitch ass nigga Coach that Dan is close to us? How did he know that? How did he figure that out? I don't know, Lynn. I don't know. Yes, I will not confirm. I cannot confirm nor deny that. True. This nigga here, boy, Lord have mercy.
I'm proud of myself. Took a chance. My head is held high. I am proud of myself. I've done an awesome job for Lions Only and my crew and my team. And, it's about being great, and I'm already a legend in boxing. Hopefully y'all put me in the Hall of Fame. I don't know who the hell controls that, but I deserve it.
Nigga had a nigga. I don't know who controlled that. I deserve it. Nigga, please. Hey. Yeah. Ooh, that look good. How much fun? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, my nigga. Lord have mercy, I'm 49. I'll be 50 in January, dog. That's just certain things that I just haven't done in life that I don't think I would experience. Now, I just got one thing about that video. I don't want to say nothing. And I like Richardson Hitchens. I love that kid. He's a great fighter. Tank Davis, great fighter, hell of a fighter. AB, the former, the can man. But my thing is, if I had a question, I'm like, my nigga, why did you put your, okay, when Tank was dancing, gyrating his hips, and AB was gyrating his hips, AB was looking down at his hips, looking down in the area he wasn't supposed to be looking down at, said, oh, that look good. And then Richardson Hitchens put his arm on Tank's shoulder and had his head down. And when Tank went down, he went down. And when Tank came up, he came up. And you get what I'm saying? Like, it just, it just looked kind of funny. Richardson Hitchens, like my I got a lot of love for you, brother. You're a great fighter. But, just for future references, don't do that again.
True.
I'm going to just say that. I'm going to just say that.
Come fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
Somebody got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, these jitterbugs may not like it because that's what these jitterbugs do today, but I would never conform to the jitterbugs. I can promise you that. I don't care what you jitterbugs got going on. I would never conform to that shit y'all got going on today.
Who you think he is? DJ Quick?
No,
huh?
No, I ain't saying
Kid Capri?
I didn't say
Huh? Oh, you must be Jimmy Walker. Blue, you ain't nothing. You don't deserve nothing. You don't get nothing. You get what I give you. I got a contract between me and you that say you do what I tell you to do. Therefore, shut the fuck. Don't say nothing. Don't speak to me. Don't look at me.
I just want money. I just said.
Blue, if I raise up, gonna be trouble. Trouble. I'm walking off.
I'm just saying, man, like, nigga, they looking at me like, oh, coach, no, man, coach, you tripping, man, that's how it is, coach. You know how it is. No, sir, I do not know how it is.
True.
Niggas be wanting to project onto me what the hell they be doing. Hell no. Hey, I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying. You get what I'm saying, dog? Like, projection is a motherfucker. Hey, Booger Ray. Now that Booger Ray Leonard, now you got your new fighter by the name of Kermel. I think his name Kermel. Who's the next big star coming out of Mayweather Promotions?
And who's the next big star under Mayweather Promotions? Ooh, we have quite a few young guns, as I say. And I don't want to leave any names out, but we have a great roster of young talent, and we've been very selective about what we're doing. Again, because when you have an abundance of fighters, it's hard to kind of focus on. When a big fight is to be made, it has to make sense for both sides. No promoter or company is going to put their guy in an event with everything to lose and nothing to gain, especially when we talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Interesting.
And guess what? That philosophy right there, what he just said, that's why Showtime dropping y'all ass. That's why they ain't renew the contract. That right there. Because that philosophy, it sound good, but you know what? The network's looking at Booger Ray now, looking at Al Heyman and Booger Ray now, like, hold on now. So you just what we gonna do? We gonna marinate this fight for 5 years. Until then, we got a bologna sandwich versus a sub sandwich. We got chocolate chip cookies versus macadamia nut cookies. Paul, what y'all gonna say? Coach, you gotta say pause. I'm too old for that. But anyway, macadamia nut cookies, right? And then you got we got Squeeze the Charmin versus what Squeeze the Charmin? What the other toilet tissue is? We got Squeeze the Charmin versus Hospital Cotton. And we're gonna put all these on pay-per-view. You do know that the people know that these are not pay-per-view fights. And then to create the Ponzi scheme, the illusion, you'll whisper to Dan Raphael, hey Dan, check this out. Let everybody know we did about 500 on Rolly. We on Rolly. Oh, wait a minute, is that true? No, it ain't true, but don't say that. You have to let them know, Yeah, so then to keep the Ponzi scheme going on, then you'll send stuff out to your reporters that's on your payroll. They're gonna put something out there on Twitter. Now, PBC ain't gonna stand behind those numbers. Showtime ain't gonna stand behind those numbers. That's why you ain't gonna never see them say anything. Never in life. They ain't gonna never say nothing, but it's gonna come from a source that say, and then, okay, that's the problem. That's why, that's the goddamn problem. 35 years to get a fight. Dog, we've been waiting on this fight since 72. Don't you know it's 2023? We still ain't got Wilder and Joshua. Don't nobody even want to see that shit no more. Wilder and Joshua, don't nobody want to see Wilder fight no more. Don't nobody really want to, Joshua's still fighting. But you get what I'm saying? They got 5 losses between the both of them. Now we're getting Usyk and Tyson Fury, and I still don't know about that because we're dealing with Tyson Fury. He could pull out at any given time. He may have a mental health. You know, I don't trust Tyson Fury at all. I don't believe nothing dealing with Tyson Fury until I see him in the ring. But if that goes through, listen, check this out. We got 2 white fighters. Race doesn't matter, but I just want to throw that out there. We got 2 white fighters, one from the Ukraine and one from the UK, fighting for undisputed. When you had 2 undefeated black fighters, one was an African-American stud, and another one is from, I think he's from Nigeria, Anthony Joshua. I think he's from Nigeria, born in the UK. His parents from Nigeria. They was both undefeated fighters. Could have made a boatload of money fighting each other. 25 years later, now Usyk, the Ukrainian, and the Gypsy King finna fight each other for undisputed. Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder dropped the ball. Literally. Both of them stock is down. Now, Joshua's still making him some good money, of course, but Wilder ain't fought. He fought Robert Helenius. That fight lasted, what, a minute and some change? Wilder caught him with a half punch, and he laid out like he was the Undertaker. Did you get what I'm saying? So, when it's time for the fights to be made, they got to be made. Listen to this Booger Ray shit. We know those fights are not big fights yet. We got to wait till later on down the line before it gets bigger. That's the problem. True. That's the problem. True. Hey, Food Revolution, that's the problem, sis. That's the problem right there. They still don't get it. Hey, Food Revolution, they still don't get it. 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 You know what I mean? Shout out to Lisa Bell. What did you say? Yes, ego's got in the way, unfortunately. Ego's got in the way. And the thing is, what keeps the sport of boxing alive is when we get big fights. You got to, when you have fighters that's refusing to fight each other for whatever the reason may be, hiding behind advisors, hiding behind networks, hiding behind promoters. When the fighters can get on the phone and say, look here, man, let's make this fight happen, bro. Let's do this. What is it going to take for us to make this fight happen? Let your team know, look, man, I'm more than willing to do whatever it takes to make this fight happen. This what me and him spoke about. Let's draw something up for this year. Let's see, can we make this happen? We'll be realistic in what we're asking for. Let's do this. Niggas want to make maximum profit but don't want to take no risk. True. Boxing is about taking risk. That's what makes it so good. That's what makes the fans want to watch. That's what makes the people engaged. Boxing ain't shit without the fans. If the fans realize, man, that nigga ain't fighting no goddamn body. That nigga fighting hippity hoppity, man. This man ain't fighting nobody, man. And they're trying to sell us on he really fighting Godzilla. You get what I'm saying?
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
Sure enough.
Shogun of Harlem.
It is what it is. Shout out to all my sister Food Revolution. To this day. Really though. True. Niggas sitting here, we just want to see the goddamn fights. It is what it is. Shout out to King KO. He said actually 120 million 3-fight deal from the zone. Wilder ducked that. I mean, listening to doggone whoever his advisors is. I'm pretty sure right now Wilder probably won't admit it because he's a man of pride. He probably never admitted it in public. And he got these Wakanda niggas who follow him online, so he got a save face for the Wakanda niggas. But I'm pretty sure when he's at home with his wife, he probably like, man, damn, I dropped the ball on that shit, dog. These motherfuckers offered me $100-something million contract. Damn, dog, I want to be loyal to Showtime. And Showtime ended up dropping him. Showtime dropped him. Right after the Derek Brazil fight. They paid that man all that money. That pay-per-view flopped. And they ended up dropping Wilder. I'm gonna tell you like this here. And I'm saying this right. Ain't no nigga, white or black, Hispanic or Asian, is going to convince me to turn down $120 million or $100 to $120 million contract. I ain't loyal to no goddamn network like that. My nigga, look here. How much y'all say? 120 million? 100 million? Three fight deal? And I got the interview with Shelly Finkel. I have it saved in my save list, in my playlist. Shelly Finkel said, yeah, you know what, Deontay, you know, yes, the money was real. We met with them over there at the zone, but we feel that fight with Joshua and Wilder would be bigger later on down the line. So what Wilder decided to do was bet on himself. Wilder standing right there with him. And we'll revisit that later on down the line. Guess what happened later on down the line? Joshua lost 3 times. Wilder got knocked out twice. Neither one of them got a belt. True. Neither one of them got a belt. Marinating fights. Nigga, you can listen, you can marinate a fight. Hey, we gonna put you here with this tomato can. This is a guaranteed victory. What if that tomato can come to fight that day? What if you got an old pork chop bone that you found over there in the cut and you see him, oh, that's an old pork chop bone right there, dog. Yeah, we got a good one for you. He tailor-made for you. What if he come to fight that day? What if that tomato can, you thinking it's a tomato can, turn out it's a pork and bean can. He put hands and foots on you that day. God damn, man, what the fuck? They told me that nigga here. They told me that nigga was a tomato can. To that tomato can ain't bullshitting today. Like, okay, like, fighters that are hungry, they gonna fight for something. They gonna fight more. Fighters who are hungry, they gonna have that passion. They gonna have that bite down. They gonna do whatever it takes. They gonna give their effort to try to win. Fighters who are hungry. Fighters that sitting high on the hog like a Keith Thurman, nigga fighting once every 2 years, hollering about, I'm still one time, my name ring bells on the street. Nigga, in the sport of boxing, Coach Malachi Williams' name is more popping than Keith Thurman. True. And I ain't even a motherfucking fighter. Everybody, all the promoters, they know who I am. Whether they fuck with me or not, they trust me, they do. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea how many people call me on this phone. You have no idea. I have people call me. They don't want to say nothing on record, so I ain't gonna put their name out there. But you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. Like for real though. Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. They all on me. You get what I'm saying? Like literally, I'm telling you what I know. Like, I have like hell of a dudes hitting me up now. We on our way to 30,000 subscribers in less than 3 years. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But nigga like Keith Thurman, nigga, man, I can walk in there with ponytail. You know what I mean? Like, dog, look here, dog. They don't forget about you, dog. They don't forget about you. You ain't what you thought you was, my nigga. You 2023 Bobby Brown. Did you get what I'm saying? You 2023 Bobby Brown. You ain't 1988 Bobby Brown. Every little step I take, on your own, tenderoni, rock with you. Do you get what I'm saying? No, you ain't, my prerogative. Those days are over, Keith. Your time in the sun is over with. Anytime you gotta remind people, yeah, you know who I am? Nigga, I'm Keith Thurman. I was this. When you gotta keep reminding them what you did, they don't forget about you. True. Let's give everybody a round of applause. They don't forget about you, dog. Yeah, they don't forget about you. Shout out to Mason from Flint. Hey, okay. Shout out to L from Kansas City. Hey, okay. Shout out to Ron Boy Fresh from DC. Hey, okay. Shout out to Coach Eddie from the ATL. Hey, okay. Shout out to Jamie from New York 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Marco from Mexicali, Mexico. Hey, okay. Shout out to D-Block from Dallas 2 times. Hey, okay. Shout out to Easy from Dallas 2 times. No, that's 1 time. Sorry about that, fam. Hey, okay. And shout out to Black Tastic, man, from the ATL. ATL stand up. Hey, okay. Now, you know we got to give a shout out to the tenderonis and the honey dips. The tenderonis, the honey dips, and the PYTs. Boy, don't nobody love the honey dips, the tenderonis, and the PYTs like Coach Malachi. True. All these old goose grease ass niggas. Look here, man. Yeah, listen. Ladies, if you don't want to deal with the goose grease, come on over here to Coach Malachi Williams, 2 Meetings Today, USA Boxing. You ain't got to worry about no goose grease. You ain't got to worry about no niggas holler about they got shooters. You ain't got to worry about no gun emojis. Now they gonna send the gun emojis to me. You ain't got to worry about none of that. Yeah, if you don't want no goose grease ass niggas, just come on over here. I think we got some good men in the chat. I do think we have some good men in the chat that just not suffering from gooch grease. You know, that's not beta males. You know what I mean? And guess what? If you can't find nobody in the chat, I tell you what, I got somebody for you. If you can't find nobody in the chat, ladies, guess what? I got a man for you right here.
Sister Danielle, when are we going to have a Garvey baby? Lord have mercy, Sister Danielle. You must not have heard me. Sister Danielle wants to have a Garveyite baby with King Kong Alicia. Sister Danielle, and she fine too. Look at them eyes. Sister Danielle, listen, baby. We got to build the nation first. If I give up all my testosterone, I won't have no energy to build the nation. I got to build first. Okay? We must build before the back shots. We must handle the business before the back shots. It is consciousness over the cookies. It is politics over the punani. It is revolution over the romance. Sister Danielle wants to have a baby with King Kong Alicia. She fine too. Lord have mercy. Might have triplets. But Sister Danielle, stay focused, my sister. Understand, overstand, and understand that the building, the nation building must come before the back shots. I said the nation building must come before the back shots. Brothers and sisters, we must stay focused. We must stay focused.
Brothers and sisters, we must stay focused on the mission at hand. Right now, I need your help more than ever. Brothers and sisters, Coach Malachi needs your help more than ever. I got niggas with gooch grease talking flim-flam, popping that week about me. They say they want me, right? I got a hog head cheese sandwich ass niggas talking that shit online. I got alphabet boy niggas. I got Jabba the Hutt. I got doggone Fag Non. Cottage cheese and titties. I got Doodoo Brown. I got genital farties. Right now, I need the brothers and sisters. I need your strength, your power right now. I'm knocking these gooch grease ass niggas out left and right. They still coming over here talking that flim-flam, popping that.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
We gotta say shout out to Gloria Day and the Fabulous Set Trips. We're gonna do this here before I give a shout out to the Tenderoni.
Gloria Day and the Set Trips.
These niggas don't play. These niggas don't play. We don't play. You ain't heard. They be tripping. We be tripping. So they swerving on. Swerve on. No faking and no snitching. For the set. Oh, mamas, it ain't no lie. Because niggas gonna bust. Niggas gonna bust.
Hey, man, we need 35 more likes. If you sitting here watching the show, hate watching, don't want to hit the like button, Riley, get him.
Look, fuck you. Fuck the plane you flew in on. Fuck them shoes. Fuck the socks with the bell on it. Fuck them cheap-ass cigars. Fuck your yuck-mouth teeth. Fuck your hairpiece. Fuck your chocolate. Fuck Guy Ritchie. Fuck Prince William. Fuck the Queen. This is America. My president is black and my Lambo is blue, nigga. Now get the fuck out my hotel room. And if I see you in the street, I'm slapping the shit out of you.
Tenderoni roll call. We gonna call this the Tenderoni roll call. Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to Lisa Bells. Shout out to Passion for Beauty. Shout out to Elena. Shout out to Bless 365. Shout out to Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Sheila. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to Food Revolution. Shout out to Green Eyes P. Shout out to the Duchess of Wisdom. Shout out to Letitia. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Ebony 76. Shout out to Mimi 24. Shout out to the lovely Miss Connie. Shout out to Fee on the Tube. Shout out to Berenice Mendez. Shout out to Lita. Shout out to the lovely Amina. Shout out to Bree. Shout out to Felicia Williams. And shout out to Mo Easy. Let's get a Tenderoni's round of applause. Yeah, man, let's get Tenderoni. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know it is what it is. I tell you dudes time and time again, if you got a problem with the Tenderonis, you ain't gotta like it, but you better respect it.
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all.
Stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
Oh, yeah, also, guys, you know, my script is finished on the movie. I haven't started auditions yet. So, Tommy Guns, I haven't started the auditions yet. We will be starting the auditions, you know, so soon. I will keep you updated to let you know. I had got kind of delayed, but the script, the movie's finished. I swear to God, dog, this movie's so goddamn funny. And I'm not just saying it because of me. I wrote it, but it's hilarious. It's bro, I promise you, I'm gunning for Friday. But it's funny. The crazy part about this movie is 100% it's probably like 98.5% accurate. Because some of the stories I had to, all of the stories are true in there, right? But it's the way I tied it in there. Some of the stuff I had to tie it in all together in order to make it a good movie, make it a good read and write. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, but everything I say in that motherfucker, 1,000, bro. You get what I'm saying? So we'll be doing auditions. You know, if you're funny, you know, I'm looking, you know, as a matter of fact, I got to reach out to my main man, Freeway, Ricky Ross, because we got some people we're looking to try to get in here. I'm looking to get him in there, of course. I'm trying to think. Who else? Trying to get what's my main man name? Out of Detroit. The comedian that be on YouTube, that's on Instagram out of Detroit. I forgot that brother name, man. That brother there, man. That brother is hilarious, bro. I forgot his goddamn name. Ha Ha Davis. And I think everybody else I want to try to get from the chat. You know what I mean? Because this shit gonna be hilarious. I'm probably gonna fly people to Tampa because we're gonna be shooting it here, and I may shoot some of it in Atlanta. You know, so I don't know yet. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't know yet. I gotta talk. You know, I gotta talk to my team and stuff like that. But yeah, the script is done. When I start doing auditions, I definitely let you know. Literally, you know what I mean? So, but anyways, man, let's say a special prayer. You know what I mean, for all of the tenderoni.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
I'm looking for brothers, like brothers who could play. I got brothers in the Nation of Islam that's supposed to be in the movie. I'm not saying like active in the nation, but I got a Nation of Islam role in the movie. When I was in the Nation, I got a Nation of Islam. Not me personally, but I got a role for that. Barbershop scenes, baby mamas, third leg Tyrone. He's in the movie. Shorty Big Nuts is in the movie. I got a judge in the movie. You know that's gonna be over the child support case. Fight scenes in the movie. Orlando Black getting beat up on the rec yard by white boy Dennis. That's in the movie. My cousin 3-4 fighting Rico. Nigga tell me, nigga, this that 10-4. I'm known for knocking niggas out. Nigga, this Rico, nigga. I boss Golden Glove. I got that in the movie. I got when I was in love. I was in love with my baby mama, and I was she had her ex-husband came back home from prison, and you know she kind of had left me alone for him and their 3 kids. I got to see when I was in the parking lot crying, looking at the window. I got to see when I was in junior high school, and my girlfriend broke up with me for a nigga named Ed. Nigga was walking my girl to school. Nigga walking my girl to class, holding her books, and she told me she ain't want me no more. I got all that in there, bro, and I got stories I ain't even told y'all about. True. The shit funny from the beginning of the movie to the end of the movie and everything in between. I can promise you that. Once again, this song's our boy, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. Tune in today, USA Boxing. You know what I mean? Hate, like, share, and subscribe. Please let everybody know. Please sign up to the newsletter. We're going to go out a little differently this time.
I know I'm gonna get this money.
talking water, 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 water. My bracelet cost about 40 and my necklace cost a quarter. Talking water, 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 water. I go stupid like on Boosie. All this jury got me foolish. All this water, 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 water. All of these diamonds, they bright, so you gon' see me at night. All of this water, 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 water. Now I be drip, drop, drip, drop.
Water, 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 water. When your daughter see this water, she gon' let Boosie record her. Them little niggas in the A, they making deals off the wall.
Shout out to Gertz dropping that $2 super chat. He said, can I be the guy smoking in the background, coach? I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how many extras or whatever I'm going to have in it or whatever, man. But, you know, it's going to be, the budget going to be tight. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's an independent film, but we're going to have the top of the line cameras. It ain't going to be no rinky-dink shit like you used to see back in the day with the DVDs. Nah, it's going to be top of the line camera, everything, man. We're going to make sure, you know, I gotta get it, you know, I gotta get with my team. You get what I'm saying? But it's not me doing it by myself. I just had a vision and wrote the script. It's gonna be written and produced by me, of course, and I'm gonna help direct it as well because it's my life story. Well, actually, it's me and one of my best friends' life story as well. Cause I got stories in there that he went through with his baby mama. You know what I mean? So his baby mama, boy, Lord have mercy, boy. Hey, boy, listen, his baby mama. Man, you know what? I'll tell y'all about that story there. Because I got a couple of his stories in there, too. And I was right there. And I'm like, man, he went through some hell, bro. Child support. His baby mama got with another dude. His baby mama, a baby daddy. Because she ended up having kids from this other guy. So his baby mama, baby daddy, they was going at it. They was going at it once upon a time. This nigga got mad. He got mad and him and my homeboy baby mama got in an argument. He got mad and drove the car through the house door. He jumped in the car. I'm tired of this shit. And you know, with the kids in there and everything, just drove the goddamn car through the goddamn door of the house. Tore everything out, right? Nigga went to prison too for what it was, I think it was driving, using a vehicle, a deadly missile through an occupied dwelling or something of that sort. Like, for real, though. Like, some real shit, bro. We're going to child support court, man. Man, y'all have no idea. I done been through some shit, dog. And between me and my homeboy, it is what it is. But once again, it's on. I see you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Eric Grimey. Shout out to Knockdown 305. Shout out to L. Harvey. Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. OG Juan Carlo. Shout out to Gertz. Shout out to Summer in November. Pete G. Knockdown 305. Shout out to La Jessica. Jackie Hernandez. Shout out to Corey Bradley. Salute to you, fam. Shout out to Summer in November. Robin V. Daniel Agnew. Shout out to Stephen X. Salute to you, brother. North Cackalack. Shout out to School of X-Man. Jamie Rivera. Tommy Guns. Brady 12. He say thinkers think. He say pork chop Willie. Not pork chop Willie, poke chop. it's poke chop Willie. You know I'm country. I'm from the South, so we don't say pork. We say poke. And you got some poke in there, boy. I don't eat no. I don't eat no pork because I haven't eaten it since I was 17. But you know it is what it is. Shout out to Mimi. And just shout out to everybody. If I forgot you, man, please forgive me. Pete. Shout out to Pete G. Rick Timms in the building. Robin V. etc. See you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Got a video we dropping too. Shout out to Buckle Up Boxing Talk as well. Buckle Up Boxing Talk. Salute to you, fam. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.